A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
With Murray Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go out to Beverly Hills to the Benny household. It's morning, and Rochester is bringing Jack his breakfast.
Now, let's see if I have everything on the tray. Silverware, napkin, the morning paper, and his favorite magazine, True Confessions. They printed Mr. Benny's story in it. What a title. I was ruined by Hollywood nightlife. He wrote that under his pen name, Tallulah Hemingway. Ruined by Hollywood nightlife. He must have been ruined in the afternoon. He's sleeping at 10 o'clock. Well, I better bring him his tray and wake him up. Look at him sleep there. Not a care in the world. Look at that smile on his face. He must be having the same dream he has every night. He thinks he's just finished a violin concert at Carnegie Hall and the whole audience is applauding and yelling, bravo. Yep, that was it. He took a bow and fell out of bed.
Where am I? What happened?
You must have been dreaming, boss. Here, I brought you your breakfast.
Oh, good. Oh, boy, I'm hungry this morning. Let's see. Orange juice, oatmeal, bacon, and toast.
What do you want to drink with your toast?
Same as I've been having all week, just plain water.
Boss, I don't think this one-man campaign of yours is going to bring the price of coffee back down.
I can't understand why it keeps going up in price.
Well, Mr. Benny, it's simple. In school, I studied international economics.
In school?
Yeah.
In school, I learned to pronounce economics.
Well, let me explain this to you here. Let me explain it to you. Now,
well, here we go. Go ahead, explain it to me, Roger.
Now, most of the coffee comes from Brazil. In fact, Brazil's main exports are bananas, coffee, and tin.
So what?
Well, Brazil starts off the international trade by sending us bananas, for which we send them mining equipment. Then they mine the tin and send the tin to us, and we make tin cans. Then we send them the cans, they fill them with coffee, and send them back to us. And there you are.
Well, how does that affect the price of coffee?
I don't know. I quit school that day.
Rochester, I don't think you know what you're talking about. I'll answer it. Hello?
Hiya, Tallulah.
Tallulah?
I read it, Dad. You dog.
Well, I'm just about to have breakfast. Now, what do you want?
Look, Jackson, I may have to miss rehearsal Saturday. I've got to go over to 20th Century Fox for retakes on the picture, Wabash Avenue.
Well, you finished that in July. You've been doing retakes on it for the past 3 months.
Well, it ain't exactly retakes. You see, there's a scene in the picture of me singing That's What I Like About the South. And because of the foreign market, I've been down to the studio dubbing in the lyrics in French, German, Spanish, Greek, Portuguese, and Italian.
Portuguese?
Yes.
You went to school with Rochester.
Same class.
Portuguese and Italian.
Portuguese and Italian.
I see.
Now, you know something?
What?
Jackson, you've been right all these years.
About what?
That song stinks in 6 different languages.
Well, don't tell me you're getting sick of it, too.
Yeah. Hey, Jackson, get a load of this in French. Petrez-vous avec ma jalapona, la coup reconnaît ma chère de moment. You see, Jackson, in French, you can't understand it.
I never understood it in English. But anyway, Phil, there's been a lot of publicity about Wabash Avenue. Isn't Victor Mature in that picture with you?
Uh-huh.
And Betty Grable?
Yeah. Hey, Jackson, listen. There's one scene in the picture of just me and Betty at the beach. And those new French bathing suits. Wow! They had to shoot that scene over again.
Too daring?
No, they want Betty to wear one, too.
Well, that would be a shame, Phil. She's liable to steal the scene from you.
Yeah, but it's the last time I ever make a picture with Grable and Mature.
Why?
With her legs and his chest, I ain't worth a turnip green. What? Or as we say in French, turnip green eye.
Well, don't worry about it, Phil. You can miss rehearsal if you want to.
Thanks a lot, Jackson. It's awfully nice of you to... Oh, excuse me.
Phil, didn't you tell me last week you were on the water wagon?
Yeah.
How come you just hiccuped?
I transcribed that one for release at this more convenient time. Goodbye, Toulouse.
Oh, what a guy. Say, Rochester, were there any other phone calls for me before I woke up?
Yes, sir, your barber.
My barber? What did he want?
He said if you didn't call for it in 30 days, he's going to sell it. Coming.
Oh, hello, Rochester.
Well, hello, Miss Livingston. Come on in.
Mr. Benny up?
Yeah, he's getting dressed. Oh, by the way, Miss Livingston, we haven't seen you all week. Where have you been?
Well, right after last Sunday's broadcast, I drove down to Palm Springs.
Oh, you've been out in the desert.
Yeah, I went there to cool off.
I know what you mean. Miss Livingston, but you didn't have to go all the way to Palm Springs. Why didn't you come over here and use Mr. Benny's swimming pool?
My season ticket expired on Labor Day.
Well, for you, he'd have made an adjustment.
Maybe.
Oh, hello, Mary. Glad to be back in Palm Springs?
Well, frankly, no, Jack. It's too hot here.
Oh, everybody's worried about the heat. It's not hot.
It isn't, eh?
No.
As I drove over, I saw a tongue coming down the street with a dog hanging out.
Mary, you've been watching Milton Berle again. Wait, it's kind of early. Have you had your breakfast?
Yeah, but I could stand a cup of coffee.
Okay. Oh, Rochester, bring Miss Livingston a cup of... Mary, how about some tea?
No thanks.
Milk?
No, I just want a cup of... Oh, I get it. The price of coffee has gone up so high you're drinking water.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Figures.
Say, Mary, what's that magazine you got there?
A copy of True Confessions.
Oh.
Jack, there's a story in here by Tallulah Hemingway that will break your heart.
Yes, I read it.
How all those things could happen to one girl in 39 years, I'll never know.
Well, some people live exciting lives. There are some other
Oh,
stories...
boss, the mail just came.
Good. Many letters?
2 for you, 1 for me, and 10 for Tallulah.
Oh, we'll just put them on the table. Mary, speaking about the heat...
Jack,
What?
if you didn't have that operation, I'd punch you right in the nose.
Look, Mary, the Warner Brothers bought the story for Joan Crawford. That's all that counts. Rochester, hand me my letters.
Here you are.
Thanks. Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
From Mr. Kearns of the Colonial Yacht Company. Trying to frighten me into buying that yacht for $50,000.
Well, Jack, this is liable to be more serious than you think. They can make you pay or drag you into court.
No, Mary, they wouldn't. See, I don't know. See, maybe they would.
I think they would, boss. Mr. Kern called yesterday and said if you didn't receive the money by today, he was going to send a lawyer over to see you.
Lawyer. I got frightened every time. Well, I might as well answer. That's funny. There's nobody here.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Dennis.
Well, nobody answered the door. I came in through the window.
Oh. Well, good to see you, kid.
What's wrong with him?
Nothing, Dennis. Just he was expecting a lawyer.
A lawyer? Who's he suing?
Nobody. I'm being sued.
Gee, that's a switch.
To hear you talk, you think I'm always suing somebody.
Well, you sued me once.
When did I ever sue you?
That Sunday night when I went to the movies and didn't listen to your repeat broadcast.
I didn't sue you. I warned you.
Dennis, this is serious. Jack is going to be sued for $50,000.
Oh, I can lend you $50,000, Mr. Benny.
Oh, stop being silly, you and your... You haven't got that kind of money.
Oh, yes, I have. My uncle died and left it to me.
Your uncle left you $50,000?
He left me his printing press, too.
Dennis, your uncle must have been a counterfeiter. Let me see some of that money.
Okay, here's a $5 bill.
I can do it. Mary, look. Instead of Lincoln, he's got a picture of a log cabin. Dennis.
Lincoln's in the cabin.
What?
It's cold outside.
No.
Jack, look who's coming up the walk.
Where? Oh, my goodness, Mr. Kearns from the Yacht Company.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. Rochester, you answer the door. I'll hide in the closet.
Okay, Rochester, he's in the closet. Answer the door.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you do? I'm Mr. Kearns of the Colonial Yacht Company. May I see Mr. Benny?
Mr. Who?
Mr. Benny.
Benny?
Yes. Jack Benny, star of stage, screen, and radio.
Ooh.
Jack, what happened?
When he said star of stage, screen, and radio, I took a bow and bumped my head on the door.
Oh, there you are, Mr. Benny.
Yes. Look here, Mr. Kearns. I told you before I'm not going to buy that yacht. And you're wasting your time trying to sell it to me. So you might as well return my $1,000 deposit.
Wait a minute, Jack.
Huh?
How do you know you wouldn't like owning a yacht? A lot of stars in Hollywood have them.
Mary.
Gary Cooper has a yacht.
Oh, he's richer than I am.
Humphrey Bogart has a yacht.
Well, he's richer than I am, too.
Well, Errol Flynn isn't richer.
No, but he's younger. Now, Mr. Kearns, I don't think there's any use...
Just a minute, Mr. Benny. Miss Livingston gave me an excellent idea. Now, perhaps if you took a little cruise on this yacht, it might help you make up your mind. You know, sort of a demonstration. We'll go to Catalina.
Well...
This will place you under no obligation at all.
Well, good.
But we'll have to hurry. I told the captain to take her out in an hour.
Oh, that's fine. Come on, Mary. Hey, Dennis, you can go with us. Let's go, Mr. Kearns. We'll have a wonderful, no-obligation time. Dennis, get your hat. Now, who's that? Just when we're in a hurry.
Well, hello, Jack.
Oh, it's you, Don.
I brought the Sportsman's Quartet over because we have no idea for a commercial, and we thought that maybe
Don, I haven't got time for that now. We're all going for a no-obligation cruise on a yacht. Don, if the yacht sails without us, it'll be your fault.
Oh, now, don't worry, Mr. Benny. They won't leave without me.
They won't? Oh, well, then, come on. We'll go. Don, even though I'm mad at you, do you want to join us?
Why, yes, Jack, thanks.
Rochester, we're going on a no-obligation cruise. Now, I'll see you when I get back.
You won't see me, boss, but you can hear me. I'll be on with Amos and Andy.
Rochester, you going to be on the Amos and Andy program today?
Yeah, we're going to have coffee if I have to go out and earn it.
Good. Come on, Mr. Kearns. Let's get out on that yacht.
Well, we'll be out on the yacht in just a minute. Oh, I hope you don't mind riding in this tender. The sea's kind of rough.
Well, it can't get too rough for me. You know, during the First World War, I used to be on the Navy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
On our side?
Yes, I was at Great Lakes.
Mr. Kearns, can't we go a little faster?
No, we have to take it a little slow here in the inner harbor because of all these little boats.
Gee, there are a lot of
Oh,
them.
Mr. Benny, look who's in that boat over there.
Where?
Right over here on the side.
Oh, yes.
Yoo-hoo! Woo! Hello, Mr. Benny.
Mr. Kitchell, imagine me running into you way out here.
Oh, you'll always find me here on my day off. I love to go fishing.
Well. Are you catching many fish?
Ooh. Look in my basket. I got a pickerel in the middle with a halibut on top.
Oh, Mr. Kitzel, that's cute.
Yeah. My.
Well, Mr. Benny, we better get going now.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Mr. Kitzel, what are you using for bait?
Sour cream and onions.
Sour cream and onions?
When I catch a herring, I want it to be ready.
Oh, I see. Well, goodbye, Mr. Kitzel, and good luck.
Goodbye, mate.
Of all places to meet Mr. Kitzel.
Mr. Benny, you better sit down. We're going out of the breakwater now.
Oh, Mr. Kearns, is that the yacht out there?
Yes, that's it. Oh, just look at those beautiful lines.
Yeah.
Now, folks, when we pull up to the landing platform, please follow my instructions.
I know, Mr. Kearns, I know. When transferring from one ship to another, you have to go along with the swell of the wave and jump when both vessels have spent their thrust to port and are just starting their return to starboard.
Well, thank you, Admiral Yamamoto.
I told you I was on our side. And you can stop being funny. That's the way we used to do it in the Navy.
All right, folks, here we are at the landing platform. Get in line, and when I say 3, jump. All right, Miss Livingston. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Mr. Day. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Mr. Benny. 1, 2, 3.
Mary, help me.
Who helped you when you were in the Navy?
I didn't fall. I jumped in on purpose. When I buy a yacht, I want to see what it looks like underneath.
Well, how does it look?
I don't know. I lost my glasses.
Well, here, Jack, take my hand. I'll help you up.
Thanks. These wet clothes. I'm liable to catch cold here.
Well, now here we are all aboard. I guess we can proceed to Catalina. Oh, by the way, Mr. Benny, I'd like you to meet our captain.
The captain?
Yes. Captain, this is Mr. Benny.
How do you do?
Captain, your face looks familiar. Haven't I seen you before?
You might have. I used to be an usher at NBC.
Oh, yes, yes.
Did they fired us both the same day, remember?
Wait a minute, Captain. I wasn't.
Get underway. All right, Captain. Full speed ahead.
Yeah, aye, sir.
Well, we're on our way.
Jack, isn't it wonderful out here on the ocean?
Yes, Don, there's nothing I love better than a no-obligation cruise. Just look how blue the water is. Say, Dennis, isn't this... Dennis? Mary, where'd that kid go?
I don't know. He was here just... Oh, for heaven's sake, look, Jack, he's way up on top of the mast.
On top of the mast? Dennis! Dennis, come down here.
Mr. Christian, I see you swinging from the highest yard on the...
Dennis, come down off that mast.
Jack?
Huh?
The engines are going at full speed, but we're not even moving.
Gee, that's right.
Hey, Mr. Wilson, you're standing too far forward. The propellers are out of the water.
Don, step back to the middle of the ship.
Now we're going.
Dennis!
Avast there, you landlubbers! Swap the deck or I'll sell you to the airport!
Dennis, come down!
Pretty dangerous for him to be up there on the mast.
I know. See, I got on to you how to get him down. Don, you run from side to side and rock the boat. That'll make Dennis seasick. He'll be glad to come down.
Oh, but Jack...
Now, we got to get that kid down before he hurts himself. Now, go ahead. Run from side to side.
Okay.
Faster, Don. Now you got it rocking. Keep it up, Don. Keep it rocking. He'll have to come down.
Oh, wee, this is fun!
Keep it up, Don. Keep rocking the boat. Keep it rocking until he... Don, stop rocking. Don, stop rocking. Somebody slow down. Captain,
Don't look at me. I'm sick as a dog.
What? Whee! I'm caught by the sailor man. I'm caught by the sailor man. I'm back to the finish.
Captain, turn this thing around. I want to go home.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike. Gentle tobacco, smooth tobacco, tobacco that's deeply enjoyable to smoke, puff after puff. That's Lucky Strike tobacco. Yes, friends, at the tobacco auctions, Lucky Strike buys truly fine tobacco and pays millions of dollars more than official parity prices to get it. And you are the reason Lucky's are so particular to get fine, ripe, mild tobacco. For it takes fine tobacco to give you a fine cigarette. And LSMFT. LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. The kind of tobacco you'll smoke with deep down enjoyment. For it's mellow, mild, from first puff to last. Yes, there's never a rough puff in a Lucky. Surely you want all the enjoyment you can get from a cigarette. So why not smoke the smoke that's famous for fine tobacco, for enjoyment, for taste, for mildness? Lucky Strike. So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw. Yes, make your next carton Lucky Strike.
The Lucky Strike program, starring Jack Benny, with Barry Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Tennessee, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, on last week's program, everybody made so many mistakes in reading their lines that Jack felt it was necessary to call a special meeting. At the moment, we find the cast assembled in Jack's living room.
Now, look, kid, I want you to take what I'm going to say in the spirit in which it's given. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. But I did feel it was necessary to call this meeting.
All right, Jack. What's the meeting about?
Yeah, let's get it over with, huh? Well, Phil, as I said before, I'm not angry. But on last week's program, I never heard so... Dennis, you're not paying attention. Get away from that fishbowl.
Well, last time I looked in this bowl, there were only 2 goldfish.
I know. Now, kid...
How come there are 3 of them now?
Because the first 2 fell in love and got married. That's why. Now, kid...
Well, if they just got married, why'd they take in a boarder?
Look, if they didn't take in a boarder, the little one is a baby.
Oh, yeah, the one on the right is the mother.
No, Dennis, the one on the right is the father.
You could have fooled me.
Dennis, will you do me a
Oh,
favor?
for heaven's sake, Jack. You called us over here for a meeting, so let's get on with it.
Yes, Jack, tell us what's on your mind.
I'm trying to. I called this meeting to find out why there were so many mistakes made on last week's broadcast.
All right, so we made a few mistakes. Is that a reason for you to get mad?
I told you I'm not mad.
Livy's right, Jackson. You're burned up, and you know it.
I'm not burned up.
Jack, there's no reason for you to get so upset.
Upset? What makes you think I'm upset?
You look like a football coach whose team has to play Notre Dame.
All right, you kids can have your little joke. And one couldn't be a star of my magnitude without being able to take a few jibes from his underlings. But, as I said before, I'm not mad. All I want to do...
Benny.
What do you want now?
Are you sure the one on the left is the mother?
Yes, Dennis, the one on the left is the mother.
The one on the right is prettier.
All right, so the father is prettier than the mother.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
Sure it does, kid. Take me an hour.
Phil, be quiet.
Okay, Jackson, okay. I'd like to get this meeting over anyway. What kind of mistakes did we make last week?
Well, for one thing, Phil, you don't even know how to speak the English language. If a word has over 2 syllables, you don't even know what it means.
I may not know what it means, Jackson, but when I speak, I have perfect diction.
Phil, as long as you brought that up, I've got news for you. I've heard better diction coming out of the exhaust pipe of a Greyhound bus. Believe me, Phil, the only thing that sounds worse than Harris the speaker is Harris the musician.
Hold it, Jackson. Hold it. It may interest you to know that I just got an offer to make a guest appearance with Arturo Toscanini.
You? You got an offer from Toscanini?
Yes, he wants me to be first whip snapper when he plays mule train.
Well, that you can do, I know.
Jack, if you're just going to ball out Phil, why did you call the rest of us?
Because you all made mistakes last week.
Wait a minute, Jackson. I didn't make no mistake.
Oh, you didn't, eh? Rochester,
Yes, boss.
open the phonograph and play that record of last week's program.
Okay.
Now, put the needle where I told you to put...
Coo, baby. Coochie-coochie-coo.
Dennis, get your hand out of that fishbowl. Anyway, you're tickling the father. Now, go ahead, Rochester. Start the record where I've got that little chalk mark. You say you didn't make any mistakes, eh, Phil? Just listen. This is the part where we were talking about your picture, Wabash Avenue. Now, listen.
Well, it ain't exactly retakes. You see, there's a scene in the picture of me singing That's What I Like About the South.
Uh-huh.
And because of the foreign market, I've been down to the studio dubbing in the lyrics in French, German, Spanish, Greek, Portuguese, and Italian. Portuguese?
That's all, Rochester. Did you hear that, Phil? Did you hear that? Portuguese.
I thought it sounded cute. Play it again, Rock.
Never mind.
Jack, I don't think it's fair of you to ball Phil out.
I've been waiting for you to speak up. Rochester, put that other record on, the one marked Mary.
Jack, if you're trying to tell me that I make a mistake now and then, you needn't bother because I know it.
Mary, I don't mind the little fluffs you've made, like the time you ordered a Chiswee sandwich. You make little mistakes like that every now and then. But, Mary, what do you think was your biggest mistake?
Leaving the May Company.
Well, I won't argue that point. If you want to eat and get fat, that's your business. Now, I have a record here.
Oh, Mr. Benny, are you sure the one on the left is the mother?
I'm sure. And, Dennis, stop interrupting. I want to get this meeting over with because I have to go to see Ronald Coleman on some very important business. Now, look, Mary, you say you didn't make any mistakes last week. Look, I want you to hear a recording of a program we did a few weeks ago. Rochester, put it on where I've got that little chalk mark.
Yes, sir.
Now, listen, Mary.
Mary, all the networks are nice. And it's about time people realize that there's no animosity between them.
There isn't?
Of course not. Now, take CBS. They even put Johnson's wax on the floors.
Jack, CBS didn't put it there. So many stars have come over, they tracked it in on their heads.
Their heads. Their shoes. They must be acrobats.
That's enough, Rochester. That's enough. You hear that, Mary? The word was supposed to be shoes. Now, how in the world did you possibly arrive at the word head?
Jack, that happened 4 weeks ago. I didn't deny it. I said I was guilty. You sentenced me to 3 days at hard labor. I painted your house. Now, let's forget it.
You won't forget it until you finish the windowsills. I want them green.
Jack, is the meeting over?
No, Don, not yet. I want to show Mary a fluff that she made on last week's program. Rochester, play that first record again.
Yes, sir.
The place I'm looking for is somewhere around the middle. Go ahead, play it.
It's wonderful out here on the ocean.
Yes, John, there's nothing I love better than a no-obligation cruise.
Well, that's not it, Rochester. Move the needle further down.
Yes, sir. Okay.
It's a little rough.
Well, it can't get too rough for me. You know, during the First World War, I used to be on the Navy.
A little further down.
Wait a minute. Play that last part again.
What's the matter?
Jack, you said you were on the Navy instead of in the Navy.
I did not.
Oh, you didn't, eh? Rochester, play that part again.
Okay.
Jack, you better sit down. The ocean's a little rough.
Well, it can't get too rough for me. You know, during the First World War, I used to be on the Navy.
Well, Dad, shall we dance?
Phil.
Jack, how could you make a mistake like that?
Yeah, the one on the right is the mother.
Dennis, be quiet.
Oh, on the Navy. You know, Jackson, your face is the color of my eyes.
Okay, Jack. What have you got to say now?
I got this to say. I did not make a mistake.
What?
I said I did not make a mistake.
But, Jack, we heard it distinctly. You said you were on the Navy.
I said it because it's correct. When I became a sailor during the First World War, they put me on board a ship called the USS Navy. Therefore, I was on the Navy. Shut up and meeting adjourned. Now, Phil, you and Mary can leave, but Don, I want you to stay. And you too, Dennis. I want to hear your song.
So long, Jackson.
Bye, Jack.
Tell me I made mistakes. All right, Dennis, what are you going to sing?
Well, this is an old song, Mr. Benny. It was written by Ben Oakland and Herb Magnuson, and Georgie Jessel wrote the lyrics.
Oh, Georgie Jessel. What's the name of it, kid?
Roses in December.
Good. Let's hear it.
And I can make the most impossible things come true. Blue shadows never, sunshine forever, roses in December for you. If you'd like a spring in the fall, oh, it would be no trouble at all. Give me your love, and I can make the most impossible things come true. Shadows never, sunshine forever, roses in December for you.
Dennis, that was beautiful. I don't know, it seems that lately your voice is getting better and better. You didn't even say goodbye. Oh, Rochester.
Jack, you said you wanted me to wait, too.
Huh? Oh, yes. Now, Don, the reason I asked you to stay is because I didn't want to embarrass you in front of the others.
Well, Jack, what did I do?
Every week this season, we've been using the quartet to do the commercial except once. Mind you, only once were you required to do a straight commercial. And the mistakes you made, the fluffing of lines was simply awful.
But, Jack, I remember that commercial, and I don't recall making any mistakes.
Oh, you don't, eh? You don't recall any mistakes. Just sit down, Don. Rochester, play that fourth record over there and start it where I made that chalk mark. Now, listen, Don. You don't remember any mistakes. Just listen carefully to this. Go ahead, Rochester.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lucky's pay more. Millions of dollars more than official parity prices for fine tobacco. Millions of dollars. That's a lot of money.
But the makers of Lucky Strike spend it for fine, light, naturally mild tobacco. So when you light up a Lucky, you're always sure of real smoking enjoyment. Yes, when you're smoking the cigarette of fine tobacco, you know you can expect enjoyment and plenty of it. LS-MFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Yes, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
That's the end of the commercial, boss.
It is?
Why, certainly, Jack. I didn't make one mistake.
Well, I guess I was wrong. Thanks for staying. So long.
Goodbye, Jack.
I could have sworn he made some mistakes in that commercial. Oh, well, it was nice hearing it again anyway. Say, Rochester, I got to run over and see Mr. Coleman now on some business. When I get back, have a little lunch for me. I'd like scrambled eggs.
Sorry, boss, we're all out of eggs.
Oh. Well, as long as I'm going next door to the Colemans, I'll borrow a couple. I'll be right back. I hope their butler doesn't answer the door. I don't think he likes me. Well, hello, Benita.
Oh, hello, Jack.
Ah, gee, Benita, you look wonderful.
Thank you, Jack. Here are the eggs.
Benita, how did you know I wanted to borrow eggs?
Well, I saw you coming up the walk, and since it was butter yesterday and sugar the day before, it had to be eggs today.
Oh, yes.
So we've completed the cycle, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Now, is there anything else you might want? Bread, cream, flour, lettuce, turnips?
Well...
We're pushing turnips today.
No, just the eggs will do.
Well, now, maybe you could use some cookies, cinnamon, jam, jelly beans. Oh, no. I gave you plenty of jelly beans.
You gave me jelly beans? You gave me jelly... When?
2 weeks ago, that night when you rang my bell and said trick or treat.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, Benita, I took such pains disguising myself as Little Bo Peep. How'd you recognize me?
Because Little Bo Peep had lost her hair.
Yes, I didn't know where to find it. Well, thanks for the egg.
You're quite all right, Jack. Goodbye.
Oh, just a minute, Benita. The main reason I came over was to see Ronnie. To have some very important business to discuss with him.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Ronnie's at the studio. He's doing the final scenes on his picture, Champagne for Caesar.
Oh.
And if you'll excuse me, I was just getting ready to drive out there to see him.
Well, that's swell. I'll go out with you, Benita.
Oh, Jack, no, I have to make several stops on the way.
And I don't mind waiting.
Oh, well, for goodness sakes, we won't be able to go after all. I've just remembered my car has a flat tire.
Oh, well, don't worry. We'll drive out in my car.
Your car?
Sure. I'll go and get it.
You win, Jack. We'll drive out in mine.
Good. Let's go.
Here we are, Jack. Stage 5. Now, you've got to be very quiet in there because...
I know, Benita, I know. I've made a lot of pictures myself.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
Thank you. Come on, let's go in.
The director says it'll be a few minutes before the next scene. They have to change the lights, Mr. Coleman.
Well, thank you. Call me when he's ready, will you?
Gee, they've got a lot of extras on the set today, haven't they, Benita?
Yes. Oh, there he is. Hello, Ronnie.
Oh, hello, darling. Only 3 more scenes and I...
Hello, Ronnie. Ronnie, how are you?
Oh. Well, why, Jack, what are you doing here?
He came out with me. He wants to see you on business, darling.
Yes. Gee, it's good to see you again, Ronnie. Shave. I forgot to take the egg out of my hand. I'm sorry.
Ronnie, it isn't my fault. Stop wiping it off on my dress.
Jack, Normally, I am not a curious man, and I don't pry into other people's affairs. But how, in the name of heaven, did you happen to have an egg in your hand?
Well, Benita loaned me a couple of them, yeah?
Oh, I'm glad you didn't borrow any Vigoro.
Yes. Now, Ronnie, I have some business I want to see you about.
Jack, please, I don't know what it is, but you'll have to wait. This is our last day of shooting. We're behind schedule, and we still have to do the most important scene in the picture.
But, Ronnie, this business will only...
Everybody on stage.
All right, Ronnie. We're all ready to shoot the scene.
I'm ready.
Oh, hello, Dick.
Benita, it's good to see you.
By the way, this is Jack Benny. Jack, this is Ronnie's director, Richard Wolfe.
Well, it's nice meeting you, Mr. Worf.
It's a pleasure meeting you, too, Mr. Benny.
Just nod to him, Dick. Don't shake hands. Don't shake hands. I'll explain it to you later.
All right. Now, Ronnie, this is the one we rehearsed this morning. Remember, the main feeling is that you're expressing contempt, not hatred. Merely contempt for your business associates.
Very good. And, Dick, don't you think it would be better if instead of sitting, I stood behind the desk?
Yeah, let's try it that way. Quiet, everybody.
Quiet on the set.
Action.
Gentlemen, at last I find courage to speak. I can't let this go on without a word of warning. You men are the forerunners of intellectual destruction in America. And I, for one, refuse to see the educational system of this country ruined by silly, simpering...
Whoops! Dropped my other rate. I'm so sorry. Goodness sake.
Cut! Mr. Benny, would you please...
let me handle this. Jack, how many eggs did you borrow?
2.
Good. He's out of them, Dick. We can go ahead.
Yes, go right ahead.
Okay. Quiet on the set. Roll 'em. Take it, Ronnie.
Gentlemen, at last I find courage to speak. I can't let this go on without a word of warning. You men are the forerunners...
Cut!
of in...
Sorry, Ronnie, it isn't your fault, but I noticed too many shadows in the background.
Hey, Joe, turn up the arcs on the right platform.
That's better. Now, Ronnie, go through the speech once more with the new lighting. This will be just a rehearsal.
Okay. Gentlemen, I have finally found courage to speak. I can't let this go on without a word of warning. You men are the forerunners of intellectual destruction in America.
Cut! That was perfect. Now, this one we'll take. Ronnie, try to get a shade more contempt into your voice.
All right, Dick, I'm ready.
All right, good. Everybody quiet.
Quiet, everybody. This is a take.
All right, Ronnie. Camera. Action.
Gentlemen, at last I find courage to speak. I can't let this go on without a word of warning. You men are the forerunners of intellectual destruction in America. And I, for one...
Cut!
Ronnie, I thought you had a little too much contempt in your voice. You see, I think that you should have done...
You think? Mr. Benny, I happen to be the director of this picture.
I know, but I'm trying to give you the benefit of my experience, Mr. What was your name again?
Worf, Richard Worf.
Say, that sounds familiar. Worf. I've heard that name before.
Very likely. I have a brother in San Francisco named Fisherman.
Dick, how could you?
I wanted to beat him to it.
What?
I've heard you on the radio. You pick on anything.
Look, Mr. Worf, I'm only trying to help you.
I don't need your help.
Mr. Worf, for your information, making moving pictures is not a cut-and-dried business. There's no sure way to produce a good picture. The only way we can learn is by mistakes.
You better listen to him, Dick. He's made some buttes.
Thank you.
Now, look, Benny, if you're going to stay here, you'll have to keep quiet.
Now, hold it just a second, Dick. I'd like to talk to my wife privately. Benita, will you come with me for a moment?
Yes, Ronnie?
Benita, why in the world did you bring Benny out here?
But, darling, I couldn't help it.
Couldn't help it. Look, we've been married a good many years, haven't we?
Yes, dear.
And in all those years, we've never had any serious arguments, have we?
No, dear.
Well, Benita, I'm warning you. If a thing like this happens again, I'm going to pack my Oscar and move back to the YMCA. Now, do you hear?
Ronnie, stop waving your finger in my face. You're getting egg on my nose.
That's your fault, too.
Ronnie, I hate to interrupt, but we're way behind on schedule. Let's finish this scene.
Well, I'm sorry, Dick. I'm ready.
Okay, quiet, everybody. This is a take.
Quiet on the set.
Lights, camera,
Gentlemen, at last I find courage to speak. I can't let this go on without a word of warning.
Jack!
You men are the forerunners of intellectual destruction in America.
Jack!
And I, for one, refuse to see the educational system of this country ruined.
Benny, will you shut up and get out from behind that desk?
I was only trying to show Ronnie how that speech should be...
We don't need your help. For heaven's sake, Ronnie, can't you get rid of this...
Schlemiel?
Thank you.
Look, Jack, I don't mind too much. I'm used to you. But you're new to Mr. Walk. Please leave the set.
But, Ronnie, I can't leave now. I came out here to see you on business that's important to you.
All right, Jack, all right. You've delayed the picture for an hour. You've ruined 3 takes. You've upset my director and caused me to argue with my wife. Now, what is this important business you want to talk to me about?
Ronnie, do you realize that here it is, the middle of November, and you haven't ordered your Christmas cards yet? Now, Ronnie, I have some cards with beautiful winter scenes and
Oh, my goodness, what happened?
An arc light fell down and hit him on the head.
Is he badly hurt?
I don't know, but we better work fast. Lights, camera, action.
At last I find courage to speak. I can't let this go down without a word of warning. You men are the forerunners.
Ladies and gentlemen, help observe the first annual National Kids Day on Saturday, November 19th, and you will be helping the underprivileged children of your community. All funds raised in your city remain there for the benefit of the children of your community. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a moment, but first...
Lucky's pay more, millions of dollars more than official parity prices for fine tobacco.
And that's mighty important to you because fine tobacco and smoking enjoyment go hand in hand. And LSMFT.
LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Ripe, mellow tobacco that gives you a more enjoyable, a smoother, milder smoke with never a rough puff. Yes, Lucky's give everyone more smoking enjoyment, including the men who are expert judges of tobacco, the independent auctioneers, buyers, and warehousemen, men born and bred in the tobacco business. Take Mr. Linwood L. Sturdivant of Lewisburg, North Carolina, a veteran warehouseman. He recently said,
"When you talk tobacco, you're talking my language. I've seen plenty of tobacco bought and sold, about 150 million pounds. And year after year, I've seen the makers of Lucky Strike buy fine light leaf that makes extra enjoyable smoking. I've been smoking Lucky's myself for 11 years.
And that's an outstanding tribute to the real deep-down smoking enjoyment in Lucky Strike. So take a tip from the tobacco experts and light up a Lucky. So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw. Yes, next time you buy cigarettes, ask for a carton of Lucky Strike.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman and Richard Wharf for being with us tonight. A little later this evening, I'm going to be on Red Skelton's program. And be sure to listen in next week when we will have, as our guest, Sammy the drummer. Good night.
A day in the life of Dennis Day. Stay tuned to the Amos Sandy Show, which follows immediately. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike. Friends, every time you light up a Lucky Strike cigarette, you get more real deep down smoking enjoyment. Yes, that's exactly what you get from every Lucky you light. For to make certain that Lucky's are a smoother, lighter, more deeply enjoyable smoke, Lucky's pay more for fine tobacco. Millions of dollars more than official parity prices. Remember, in a cigarette, it's the tobacco that counts. And LS, MFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Fine tobacco that guarantees a milder, truly finer cigarette for you. From first puff to last, Lucky's are mellow and smooth smoking. There's never a rough puff in a Lucky. So for your own real deep down smoking enjoyment, smoke the smoke that's famous for fine tobacco. Lucky Strike. So round, so firm, so fully packed. So free and easy on the draw. Make your next carton Lucky Strike.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, usually at this time we take you out to Jack Benny's house. But right now, Jack isn't home. He's on his way to the studio, and Rochester is driving him.
Gee, it's a beautiful day, isn't it, Rochester?
It sure is, boss.
The sun is so nice and warm. Maybe you ought to stop the car and put the top down.
Oh, boss, let's not put the top down.
Why not?
There's so much trouble taking down the center pole and pulling out the peg.
Oh, yes, I forgot. This is the new one I bought at the Army surplus store.
Yeah, the flap still says Field Headquarters, General Bradley.
Yeah. You know, Rochester, I was thinking that now might be the time to trade this car in. I read where the price of the Maxwell is going up.
Boss, that's coffee.
Oh, yes. Well, in that case, I'll keep the car.
But, boss...
Never mind, there's still plenty of mileage in this motor.
Well, if we're going to keep it, let's at least convert it to gasoline.
If they keep having these cold strikes, we'll have to. Anyway, Rochester, I don't want... Oh, stop the car. There's a red light. See, look at the big crowd on the corner waiting for the bus. All those people at 10 cents apiece. I could get 3 or 4 of them in here and... No. The last time I did that, I had to hold a baby on my lap. The mother didn't have any change either. Well, Rochester, why don't you drive on? The light turned green.
Told it the motor to die.
Well, start it.
I will. I'll pull out the choke, turn on the ignition, then get out and kick it right in the transmission.
Rochester, just step on the starter.
Okay.
Stop laughing. It's not funny. Go ahead, Rochester. Step on the starter again.
Just a second. I'm connecting this loose wire.
Okay.
Say, Mommy. What is it? Is that car one of those new Buicks? No, son. The Buick has holes in the hood, not in the tires.
Then, Mommy, what kind of a car is it?
I don't know. It must be a foreign make.
Madam, it's not a foreign make. This is an American car.
Not so loud. I want my boy to be proud of his country.
Look, madam.
Now, come on, Whitney. We've got to go.
Mommy, I think you made him mad. He's throwing coal at us.
My, that's a strange way for General Bradley to act.
Rochester, what's taking you so long? Get the car started.
Yes, General.
Stop saluting and let's go.
Yes, I've got the wire fixed now. I'll step on the starter again. Get up there, boy. Come on, get moving.
Now cut that out!
Rochester. Now start the car. I don't want to be late for rehearsal.
You started, boy. Once more, man, triumph over machine.
All right. Now, Rochester, when we get to the studio, I want you to wait for me. After rehearsal, we're going out shopping for a Thanksgiving turkey.
Yes, sir. What's the matter, boy?
I was just thinking, with my luck, if I go out and buy a turkey, I'll win one on Crosley's $2 million giveaway. Well, here we are at CBS. Drive right into the parking lot. Wait here, Rochester. I won't be long. Yada-dee-da-dum, da-dee-da-dum, da-dum, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Well, look who's standing over there. Ed Wynn. Hello, John. Hello, Jackie. Hello, Jackie. Yeah, hello. Hello, Ed.
Hello, Jack. Weird. That's a beautiful new Cadillac you've got.
Ed, that's not a Cadillac. It's my Maxwell.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I've been in television so long, everything is out of focus.
Yeah. Anyway, Ed, I'm glad I ran into you because I want to tell you your show is certainly one of the finest things on television.
Oh, thank you, Jack. I don't know. I hardly think it's that good.
Oh, Ed, stop being so modest.
I don't know.
Gosh, television. It certainly is a far cry from the first time you and I played the Palace Theater in New York many years ago.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that bill. There were you, me, and Al Jolson.
Al Jolson? Whatever became of him anyway?
Oh, he's doing all right. He changed his name to Larry Parks, and he's in pictures. He just finished a picture called Jolson Sings Again.
Oh, is that so? Well, I wouldn't know about that, Jack.
No?
The only pictures I ever see are the ones with my son Keenan. What's his last name again?
Wynn.
Oh, Wynn, that's the one.
Yeah.
Keenan Wynn. Isn't that silly? I know that name just as well as I know my own.
Yes, well, I got to run along, Ed. See you again.
Oh, just a minute, Jack. How would you like to be a guest star sometime on my Spidell television show?
Me on your television show?
Mm-hmm.
Gee, I'd love it, Ed. Any time at all.
Oh, thank you, Jack. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Ed. He's a wonderful fella. Such a great comedian, too. I don't know, when you compliment him, he's so modest. Well, I better hurry into the studio. Da-da-dee-da-dum, da-dee-da-dum, da-dum, bum-dee-da-da-dum, da-dum. Oh, hello, Mel.
Hello, Mr. Benny. Can you use me on your show this week?
Oh, for heaven's sake. Haven't you got work yet?
Well, I was supposed to be on with Ed Wynn last Thursday, but he's so absent-minded he forgot about it.
I know what you mean. I was just talking to him about our old days at the Palace, and would you believe it, Mel, he didn't even remember Al Jolson.
Ah.
Oh, quiet! Wish that Mel would get a new routine. It's amazing how a guy can support a wife and 14 kids on just... Oh, well. Oh, hello, Don. I'm, Don. I'm looking at you. Oh, I didn't say hello, Don. I'm sorry I'm late, but I ran into Ed Wynn outside and stopped to talk to him.
Ed Wynn. Oh, geez, a wonderful fellow, isn't he, Jack?
Yes, Don. I'm proud to say he's one of my dearest friends.
Well, I don't blame you for being crazy about him. Did you see his television show last Thursday?
No, I didn't, Don.
Oh, what a shame. Everything Ed said was a screen. He's a terrific comedian.
Yes, Don. Wynn is quite funny. Now, Don,
Jack.
What?
Jack, you know, there's certain things Wynn does better than anybody else. In fact, he gets the biggest laughs I've ever heard anywhere.
Don, let's get on with the rehearsal.
Last week he had the audience roaring during his entire show.
So what? Anybody can get laughs in television if he has a funny cameraman. Now let's get on with the rehearsal.
Well, Jack, don't get mad at me. I wasn't the one who started talking about Ed Wynn. You were.
All right. Now let's forget it.
Okay, Jack, but I just thought you'd be proud since you're such a good friend of America's greatest comedian.
Oh. So now Ed Wynn is America's greatest comedian.
Yes, Jack, I think he is. That's my honest opinion.
Don, I don't know how much the Frank Sinatra show is paying you, but save it, fat boy. Save it. Understand?
I agree with Donzie. I think Ed Wynn is terrific.
Do I hear a voice from the shallow end of the La Brea tar pit?
You heard me, Dad. I ain't speaking Portuguese.
So you also think that Ed Wynn is the funniest comedian in the world?
Yes, he is the funniest. Present company accepted, of course.
Well, thank you.
I meant me.
Phil, I don't know how much Alice is paying you, but save it, kid. Save it. Now, look, in order to avoid arguments, let's get on with the rehearsal.
Well, that's just what we were doing before you came in. I'm going to have my boys run through their number right now.
Good. Now, I hope it's not one of those corn pone tunes you always play.
Oh, no. Don't worry about that, Jackson. This week I'm playing a tune from South Pacific.
Well, from South Pacific. Well, I'd like to hear it.
All right, give it to it, fellas. So 1, 2, 3.
Phil, that's from South Pacific?
It ain't from Stromboli, Roberto.
All right, Phil, all right. I won't argue with you. To you, that's from South Pacific. You want to play it on the program, play it. But at least do me this favor. Just for a change, have the boys in your orchestra look presentable.
Now, wait a minute, Jackson. What's wrong with my ensemble?
All right, we'll start off with Sammy, your drummer. Look at him sitting there way up above all the other boys with his big bald head shining out in the audience. Now, I know he has a toupee. Why doesn't he wear it?
He thinks one to a show is enough. Any more complaints, Quigley?
Yes, but I haven't time for it now. We'll hear your band number later. Let's have the commercial, Don. Don, is the quartet here?
I thought you were mad at me.
I am. But we've got to have a commercial. Now, what have you got prepared?
Well, we've been working all week, and we have a wonderful arrangement of the Raymond Overture.
The Raymond Overture? Don, that's much too heavy for a comedy program.
Well, I guess you're right, Jack.
Of course I'm right.
And anyway, you're not in the mood to play the violin.
No, My violin? There's a part in this Overture for my violin?
Yes, but you're right. It's too heavy for a comedy program.
I said you were too heavy. And the Raymond Overture is perfect for our show. Where's my violin?
Under your arm.
Oh, yes. Are you ready, boys? All right, now wait till I tune up. Now, just a minute, I'll get my violin. All right, boys, let's have it. The Raymond Overture.
LFM, MFP. LFM, MFP. Lost in the bed of tobacco and smoke Lucky Strike. Lost in the middle of that mellow tobacco they like. Lost is way more. Lost is way more.
Is this where I come in, Don?
Smoke a lucky.
Don, you see how wrong you are? Those heavy numbers are great for the show. You know, sometimes it's good.
Oh, hello, Jack. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, that's all right, Mary.
You know, I'm always on time. I really feel awful when I'm late like this.
Mary, I told you it's nothing. Forget it.
I would have been here sooner, but I ran into Ed Wynn. She's funny.
Look, Mary, either be here on time or don't come at all.
What's the matter with him?
Oh, he's mad because a lot of people think Ed Wynn is funny.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Jack, are you jealous again?
What do you mean again? I never get jealous of another comedian's success.
Go on. You're still sending poison pen letters to Buster Keaton.
Mary, please.
And once Margaret O'Brien got a laugh on the Lux show, and you went around telling people she was a 60-year-old midget.
Now, this has gone too far.
Now, wait a minute, Jack. Let's get this straight. Just because we work for you, do we have to think you're the greatest comedian in the world?
No. No, Mary, no, you don't. This is a free country. And one more crack like that, and you'll be the freest gal. Now, let's drop the subject and get on with the rehearsal. Dennis, what song are you going to sing?
Well, Jack, Dennis isn't here. Remember, you gave him permission to go to Philadelphia to play a benefit.
Oh, yes, I forgot. I wonder how he's doing.
Well, I got a letter from him this morning. Would you like me to read it?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Dear Mary, I arrived this morning in Philadelphia after a wonderful trip on the Super Sea. My luggage is coming in this afternoon on the El Capitan. And tomorrow, my music is coming in on the Constellation. Boy, did I get mixed up in Kansas City.
You know, Mary, it's a funny thing about that kid, Dennis. When he's here, I wish he were someplace else. And yet, when he's someplace else, I'm happy. Now, what else does he have to say?
Philadelphia is noted for a lot of things. It's the birthplace of the Declaration of Independence. It's the birthplace of Benjamin Franklin. And it's also the birthplace of America's greatest comedian, Ed Wynn. Mary, I thought I just mentioned that because it would burn Mr. Benny up. He's always been jealous of Benjamin Franklin.
Read me that part again where Dennis says he's in Philadelphia. It makes me feel good.
Well, Jack, there's more to the letter. Tell Mr. Benny that since I can't be on the program this week, I'm sending over Larry Stevens.
Larry Stevens? Well, where is he?
Go open the door.
Mary, why tell me to open the door?
I'm not telling you. That's what's written in the letter.
What?
See? Tell Mr. Benny that since I can't be on the program this week, I'm sending over Larry Stevens. Go open the door.
Well, that I can't understand. But...
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Larry! Larry, the most peculiar thing happened. Dennis wrote in his letter that he was sending you over for me to open the door. How did he time it that well?
He's had me standing here for 5 days.
Oh, well, come on in.
Thank you.
Well, hello, Larry.
Hello, Mary. Hiya, Don.
Well, Larry, it's been 2 years since we've seen each other, hasn't it?
Yes, sir.
In fact, the last time I saw you, you were headlining the bill at Lowe State, New York.
Yes, sir.
Are you here on a vaudeville tour now?
No, sir.
Jack, right now, Larry's the star of the show at the Oasis Club here in Los Angeles. Isn't that right, Larry?
Yes, sir.
Some dialogue. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Is that all you can say?
No, sir. But Dennis warned me not to get any laughs.
Wait a minute. Dennis warned you not to get any laughs?
Yes, sir. Who warned you, Mr. Benny?
Look, Larry, Dennis sent you over here to sing, so let's have it.
Okay.
Can't
Very good, Larry. It'll be fine on the program. Larry, have you been doing much radio lately?
Well, no, I haven't, Mr. Benny, but I have a little television show.
You have? Well, that's wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Someday I hope I'll be as big a star as Ed Wynn.
Larry?
He's the funniest comedian.
Nobody asked. If you think that he's such
Jack, let's finish the rehearsal so we can all go home.
Yes, I like to get over with, too. I got to go downtown, buy a turkey.
Buy a turkey?
Yes, I'm going to buy a Thanksgiving turkey. What's so surprising about that?
You haven't paid for a turkey since you chipped in with the Pilgrims.
Chip in with the Pilgrims. Chip in with the Pilgrims. Mary, I don't know how much they're paying you at the Burbank Theater, but save it, gift. Now, let's get on with the rehearsal. Don, where are the scripts?
They haven't come down yet, Jack.
Haven't come down yet? Oh, for heaven's sake, give me that phone.
Oh, Mabel, what does the guy say? Mr. Benny's line is flashing. Yeah, I wonder what all the king's money wants now.
I'll find out.
Hello? Yes, Mr. Benny, your wish is my command. What does he want, I said? He wants I should call the mimeograph department. Seems they forgot to bring down the script. Script? Well, how do you like that? And Mr. Benny told me that when he's on the air, all his jokes are ad-lib. Ad-lib? That's a hot one. One Sunday it was time to go on the air. He couldn't find his script. And for a half hour, all that came out of him was, what? 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 And whip! And for an encore, he ad-libbed another what? Oh, you're just jealous because the last time I was out with him, he kissed me. Well, if you want to have careless lips, that's your But it's my duty to warn you that kissing breeds germs. Well, you don't have to worry about me. Mr. Benny ain't kissing anybody with germs on their lips.
How would he know?
With his bifocals, he can see them. Anyway, I'm surprised that...
Operator. Gertrude.
I'm sorry, Mr. Benny. The mimeograph department doesn't answer.
Well, I'm waiting for my script. The least you could have done was to call me back and tell me.
Don't yell at me. Who do you think you are, Edwin?
What?
Hey, Mabel, he's ad-libbing again.
Oh, goodbye.
Jack, what happened?
Edwin. That's all I've been hearing all day.
Jack.
You, Phil, Don, Gertrude, all you know is Edwin.
Jack, don't get excited. I'll run up to the mimeograph department and get the script.
Well, you can get the script if you want to. Pass them out and rehearse them by yourselves. I'm going home. Edwin. You think there was nobody else in show business? Everybody has to make a big thing out of it.
Hello, Jack. Say, Jack, don't forget you're going to be on my television show soon.
Listen, Win, I wouldn't be on your show for $1 million. You big ham. What? Look at him trying to ad-lib. He's the world's greatest comedian. I'm Buster Keaton.
Jack, we'll be back in just a moment, but first...
When Lucky Strike goes to the tobacco market, they have you in mind. Your deep down enjoyment of smoking. And that's a big reason why they pay more for fine tobacco. Yes, friends, at the tobacco auctions, Lucky Strike pays millions of dollars more than official parity prices for fine, light, naturally mild tobacco. For you see, in a cigarette, it's the tobacco that counts. And LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Today, tomorrow, always. You'll know this is true with every Lucky you like. For here's smoking at its finest. Smooth, mellow, deeply enjoyable. There's never a rough puff in a Lucky. And like you, veteran tobacco men, Experts who really know tobacco choose Lucky Strike for their own personal smoking enjoyment. In fact, a recent survey reveals that more independent tobacco experts, auctioneers, buyers, and warehousemen smoke Lucky Strike regularly than the next two leading brands combined. So take a tip from the experts and smoke that smoke of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike. You'll get more, much more, real deep down smoking enjoyment with every puff, every pack. Yes, friends, make your next carton Lucky Strike.
Go ahead, Jack.
I don't want to.
Jack, don't be childish. You've got to.
I don't care. I'm not going to do it.
Now, Jack, you're being ridiculous. You simply have to do it. Now, go ahead.
Oh, all right. I want to thank Edwin for being on my show today. There, I said it. Goodbye.
Good night, folks.
Be sure to hear Dennis Day and A Day in the Life of Dennis Day. Stay tuned in for the Amos and Andy Show, which follows immediately. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike.
There's
never a rough puff in a Lucky. So light up a Lucky and you'll see LSMFT. Yes, LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Ripe, mild tobacco that smokes smooth. That brings you smoking enjoyment at its finest. And remember, friends, fine tobacco costs more. And at the tobacco auctions, Lucky Strike pays millions of dollars more than official parity prices for mellow, light leaf that gives you more mildness, more smoothness, more real, deep-down smoking enjoyment.
Next time you buy cigarettes, remember, there's never a rough puff in a Lucky. So ask for the cigarette that's famous for fine, gentle tobacco, Lucky Strike. So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Barry Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, the Sportsman Quartet, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take you out to Jack Benny's home in Beverly Hills. It's evening, and Jack has just finished his dinner.
Ah, Rochester, that certainly was a good dinner. I haven't eaten so much since Thanksgiving. I really stuffed myself. You sure prepared a wonderful meal.
Thanks, boy. Can I stop patting your stomach now?
Yeah. Anyway, it's your own fault. Next time, mash the potatoes first. Gosh, I'm full. See, Thanksgiving is such a nice holiday, and I've got so much to be thankful for. I got my health. I've got a nice home. I live in California, and Fred Allen lives in New York. It's a great, wide, wonderful world we live in. I'll get it, Rochester. It's 7:30. Who in the world could be calling at this hour of the night? Oh, well.
Hiya, Jackson.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Well, that's a surprise. What are you fellas doing around here?
Well, I was over at the studio making a record, and I ran into Dennis, and we thought we'd drop over and see you.
Oh. What record did you make, Phil?
Drink to me only with thine eyes.
Well, Phil, from the looks of thine eyes, thou hast been drinking.
True. Wouldst thou happen to have an aspirin about thee?
Verily, thou canst get one in yon machine.
Thanks and good health to ye all from Rexall.
I wonder when you get that in. Come on in. Now, who can that be?
Thou hast forgotten me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dennis. Come on in. We'll go in the library. Gee, kids, I'm certainly glad you dropped over. You know, I didn't know what I was going to do. Oh, hello, Polly.
Hello. Hello, Polly. Hello.
Hello, Polly.
Hello.
Phil, don't stand so close. Well, kids, now that you're here, what do we do to kill the evening? Say, how about a game of bridge?
Bridge?
Yeah, we'll get out the card table and... Oh, gee, we can't play.
Why not?
Well, to play bridge, you have to have 4 people. Oh, Rochester!
Yes, boss?
How'd you like to join the 3 of us in a friendly little game?
Okay, I'll move the couch so we can throw it against the wall, and then I'll slide.
Bridge!
No, thanks. I don't gamble.
Well, fellas, maybe we can play some other... I'll get it, Rochester. You put the couch where it was and roll the rug back down. I never saw anybody move furniture so fast. Coming. It's a great, wide, wonderful world we live in.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Well, Mr. Kitson. Say, everybody's visiting me tonight. Huh?
Oh, this isn't exactly a visit, Mr. Benny. I was on my way to a movie, and I thought you might like to join me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Kitson, but I was going to stay home and play cards.
Oh, that's a shame. Such a wonderful picture, too, with Esther Williams and Red Skelton, Epstein's daughter.
No, Mr. Kitson, that's Neptune's daughter.
I stand corrected. Well, as long as you can come to the movies with me, I'll be running along.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Kitson. We need a 4th for bridge. Do you play bridge?
Like our next point, when my wife and I play bridge, we use the T formation system.
No, Mr. Kitson. See, the T formation is used in football.
That's what I mean. Under the table. Such teaching.
Mr. Kitson, you're joking.
Yeah. My.
Well, as long as you play, come on in and join us.
All right.
Rochester, will you please bring in the bridge table and some cards?
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Rochester. All right, fellas, let's go.
One no trump.
Dennis, we haven't dealt the card yet. He has to be my partner yet. Go ahead, Phil, you deal.
Okay.
Rochester, getting a little warm in here. Open the window, will you, please?
Yes, sir.
Rochester, you feed the cat?
Oh, yes, boss. She just finished a plate of turkey.
What's she mad about?
She's not mad. She just ain't got a toothpick.
Well, close the window. She's making me nervous.
Okay, Jackson, pick up your cards, huh?
All right. Let me see. Let's see. I bid 2 spades.
I pass.
Dennis, I bid 2 spades. What do you do?
Which one's a spade?
The black one.
I've got 2 kinds of black ones.
Those are spades and clubs. Now, what do you do?
I pass.
Dennis, you can't pass. You're my partner.
Some partner. I'm off the show 1 week and he gets Larry Stevens.
Look, you're my partner in the game. I bid 2 spades. That's a forcing bid. I'm trying to find out what you've got in your hand.
Oh, I've got a 7 of diamonds, a 9 of hearts.
Not that! Mr. Kitzel, look at his hand and help him.
Okay.
What does he do?
He passes.
But he can't pass. He's my partner.
All right, he bid 7 spades.
7 spades?
I've really got 8, but I don't want to give my hand away.
Oh, for heaven's sake. What do you do, Phil?
I'll open for $2.
Look, Phil, this is bridge.
I don't care what it is. I got a full house of straight and 4 aces. Phil. And if deuces were wild, I could buy CBS and give you back to NBC. Oh, stop, will you? Now, come on, let's... Rochester, will you answer that?
Yes, sir.
Now, come on, Phil, it's up to you. What do you do?
Hello? The check is in the mail.
Rochester, how can you answer the phone that way when you don't know who it is?
It may not apply to you, Miss Livingston, but it fits the butcher, the baker, and 100 other trusting souls.
Is Mr. Benny there?
Yes, ma'am. But before I get him for you, I wonder if you'd do me a favor, Miss Livingston.
Well, certainly, Rochester. What is it?
Well, Christmas is coming, and I don't know what to get the boss for a present, so I thought you might help me.
Well, it always is a problem getting the gift from Mr. Benny. You got to think it's something that he wants very badly and he won't buy for himself.
Like what?
Like a pound of coffee.
Oh, yeah. Hold the line. I'll put him on. It's for you, boss. It's Miss Livingston.
Oh, excuse me a minute, fellas. Hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack. I hate to bother you, but I have some visitors here from Plainfield, and they'd love to go through a movie studio.
Uh-huh.
And I thought you might be able to help me get me into one.
Want to get him into one? Why, certainly, Mary. I'll play you this week's record next week. Now, let's see. Maybe I can help you, Mary. Let me see what studio owes me a favor. Let's see. No. See, I wonder if... No. Maybe... No.
Oh, keep thinking, Jack. There must be one studio you haven't made a picture for.
Mary, that has nothing to do with it. I can get them in any studio in town, whether I made a picture for them or not.
Good. How about Warner's?
Well...
Paramount? MGM?
Well...
20th Century Fox? Universal International?
Universal? Would they like to go through Universal?
Yes.
Now, let's...
How about Columbia Pictures?
Well, during the week, it's awfully...
RKO?
RKO.
Oh, well, I guess I'll have to do it again.
Do what?
Take him through the May Company.
Oh, that's swell, Mary. They'll love those escalators.
I know. Well, thanks for helping me.
You're welcome any time at all. Goodbye, Mary.
Goodbye, Mr. Goldwyn.
Goldwyn? Well, here I am, fella. Sorry it took so long.
Hey, Jack, we got all balled up, so I dealt a new hand.
Okay. Now, let's see. What a hand. I pass.
Include me out.
I pass. I bet 12 hearts.
12 hearts?
I'd have had the other one, too, if you'd have stayed on that phone a little longer.
Oh, give me those cards. I'll deal them myself. Dennis, stop singing and concentrate on the game.
Oh, I was just humming the song I'm going to do on the program.
Look, kid, are we going to play cards or are we going to play...
Well, you always like to hear the song before I do it on the show.
All right, let me hear it now. Sing it while I'm dealing the cards.
Well, you better deal them slow. It's a ballad.
Okay. Come on. Very good, Dennis, very good. Now, come on, kid, it's getting late. Let's finish the game. Oh, Rochester, you can put away the card table now. They've all gone home.
Okay.
I'm going to read a while. Meanwhile, you go upstairs and make my bed, will you, please?
Yes, sir.
And, Rochester, the evenings are getting chilly, so don't forget to plug in my General Electric blanket.
Boss, we haven't got a General Electric blanket.
We've got one now. Oh, brother, will my house be full of General Electric blankets? I'm going to the den and read now.
Are you going to walk or should I drive you in a Cadillac?
Let's not overdo it. I'll see you later. Oh, gee, I'm glad the gang dropped over. I haven't played bridge in a long time. Why did I have to get stuck with Dennis for a partner? All the dumb, stupid kids. Imagine him bidding 7-0 trump on that last hand. I'll never understand how he made it. Well, let me see. There's so many books here I haven't read. Here's one, Let 'Em Eat Cheesecake by Earl Wilson. I Married a Communist by Joe Stalin. Here's another one, I've Never Been Home by Bob Hope. Here's a book by Eugene O'Neill. Morning Becomes Electric Blanket. Hey, here's a book I haven't read. The Farmer's Son. Well, that's a switch. Farmer's Son. I think I'll read it. What's this inscription here? Well, for goodness sake. Happy birthday from Andy Devine. Oh, yes. Andy gave this book to me last year for a birthday present. I'll never forget when he came over to my house, he handed it to me and said,
Hiya, Buck. Happy birthday!
Hello, Andy. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too, Buck. And here's a present for you.
Gee, a book. Thanks very much.
Tell me, Buck, how old are you today?
39. What are you laughing at, Andy?
Well, I'm 43, and you used to be my babysitter.
Now, wait a minute. Come on now. Well, Andy, I appreciate the book very much. Won't you stay a while?
Oh, thanks, Buck, but I have to hurry home and fix the roof on my house.
Oh, is the roof leak?
Yeah, I think so. Last night while I was having dinner, it started to rain, and I finished the same bowl of soup 7 times.
Well, then I won't keep you. Thanks again for the book, Andy.
You're welcome, Buck. So long.
So long, Andy. Gee, Andy gave me this book for my birthday, and I haven't read it yet. Well, might as well read it now. Move the chair a little closer to the light. There. The Farmer's Son by Bertram Scott. Chapter 1.
My name is Lemuel Jones. I live on a farm with my wife, Emma, and my son, Clem. Just an ordinary farm. Have a few chickens. Pigs. Cows. Turkeys. A horse. And a jackass. How do you do? My wife, Emma, and I were awfully worried about our wayward son, Clem. I remember one evening when we were waiting for our boy to come home. Emma came up to me and said,
Oh, Lem.
What is it, Em?
Tell me, Lem, have you seen Clem?
Ain't seen Clem since 3 p.m. Em, I'm getting worried about our boys.
Me too. You ought to talk to Clem about the facts of life. He's going on 28.
Guess you're right, Ma. One night I took him to a burlesque show. He's just sat there eating Cracker Jack. I sat so close to the runway, I got my nose stepped on twice. Look what time it is. Clem ain't home yet. Throw her a toothpick, Ma. Darn that cat.
Well, that ain't a cat. That's the dog. He does imitations.
He does? Wonder if he can imitate that comedian feller, Eddie Cantor.
That sounds good. Stupid dog.
Looks like that jackass was here a little while. Get away from here, Fido.
Oh, Lamb.
That's Uncle Sam.
Come on in.
Oh, Lamb.
What is it, Shem?
Got some news about your son, Clem.
You hear that, Em?
Sure did, Lem.
Fido, get away from them drums.
Shem, what's this news you got about Clem?
Well, you know that Thompson gal who wears high-heeled wedgies and puts ketchup on her fingernails?
You mean Lulabelle Thompson?
That's the filly.
Well, what about her?
Lamb, that son of yours has been writing her letters.
Be careful what you say, Shem.
I found one of them letters, and here it is.
You did, eh? Well, read it.
Read it! It says, Dear Lulabelle, your hair is gold, your eyes are blue, tomatoes are soft, and so are you.
No, Shem. I wouldn't mind that letter so much, except for those last 4 words. And so are you.
That's going too far.
Now, don't be too hasty, Lem. Maybe he weren't himself when he wrote it.
I don't know what to say.
Lem, here comes our boy now.
Hello, Dad.
You're late, my lad.
Well, tell me, Dad, did I make you mad?
You made Dad mad, you made me sad.
Now cut that out!
Now, listen, Clem. I know your little secret. Shem here found a love letter you wrote to Lulabelle Thompson.
Oh, darn it.
What's your language, son? There's a jackass in this house. How do you do? Now, son, there's certain things Wait a minute. Did you have a drink before you came home?
Yes, Father, a malted milk.
A malted milk, eh? Was there an egg in it?
Well,
Answer me, son. Was there an egg in it?
Yes, Dad, there were 2 of them.
What?
Look, Ma, he's ad-libbing again.
Son, I'm ashamed of you. I can't understand you going out. Come in.
Yeah, I'm from the General Electric Company. Where do I plug it in?
Upstairs. What took you so long?
I got lost in the fog.
Oh, well, take it upstairs.
Thank you. We're delivering your Cadillac in the morning.
Thanks.
Now, as I was saying, son, I'm ashamed of you carrying on with Lulu Bell Thompson.
I can't help it, Pa. I'm in love with Lou.
Lou?
I call her that for short.
That's the beginning of the end, son. Start calling her a pet name. Then you want to buy her an engagement ring. You ain't got the money. You go out and steal it. And the first thing you know, you wind up in Folsom. I said Folsom! Stupid dog. Now, listen to me, son. I knew many gals when I was a young man. I know how you feel. Back when I first proposed to your ma, she turned me down. And I felt so bad, I drank a glass of iodine.
Was there an egg in it?
Huh?
Answer me! Was there an egg in it?
Three of them. I used to carry a chicken in my shirt.
Tell me, Pa, what makes a chicken lay an egg?
I've been waiting for that. Leave the room, Emma. I'm going to have a talk with Clem about the facts of life.
I hope you learned something.
Glad you didn't blow that line. Now listen, son. Writing a love letter is a very serious thing. How would you feel if you got a letter like that from your gal Lou?
I don't know, Dad, but I can find out.
How?
I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter.
Write yourself a letter.
And make believe it came from Lou.
It's true.
I'm going to write words so sweet.
Yeah, man.
They're going to knock me off my feet.
Razzmatazz.
A lot of kisses on the bottom. I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm going to smile and say, I hope you're feeling better.
Get him a ring to do.
And quote the words like I love you. I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter. And make believe it came from you. We're going to sit right down and smoke a lot of letters.
Smoke a lot of letters?
Yes, L-S-L-S-M-F-T.
Oh, I see. Yes, sirree. That's for me.
We're going to light a lucky strike.
Oh, boy.
The cigarettes that we all like.
What joy.
We're so glad we got 'em. Wouldn't be without 'em. We're going to smile and say that lucky strikes are better.
They're the best we ever saw, free and easy on the draw.
They're the only smoke for you. I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter.
Pretty baby.
And make believe it came from.
You don't mean that dame from.
Yes, that dame whose name is Lou.
I got a better voice and sugar throat burns. Now sit down, son, while I tell you the facts of life.
Well, I got to run along, Lem.
Okay, Shem.
Now, you listen to your pappy, Clem, and stay away from gals like Lula Bell Thompson. She ain't fit for a nice boy like you. Goodbye.
Shem is right, Clem. Lula Bell ain't your type.
But, Pa, I got to marry her because if I don't, she's going to commit suicide.
Suicide?
Yep, she said she's going to throw herself in front of a mule train and clippity-clop herself to death.
I ain't going to be responsible for anything like that. I'm going to call Lula Bell and tell her she can marry you.
I'm glad, Pa, because she's such a nice, sweet girl.
Give me that phone. Don't worry, son. I'll arrange everything. I'm going to stand in the way of your happiness or Lula Bell's either. Hello? Hello, is this Lula Bell Thompson's house?
Sure is. Hiya, Lem.
What, Jim? What are you doing at Lula Bell's house? She ain't your gal.
She ain't Clem's gal either.
Well, whose gal is she? Mr. Kitzel, what are you doing there?
Playing bridge. What else?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
That will be back in just a moment, but first...
Friends, it's clear from the first puff. There's never a rough puff in a Lucky.
Yes, you'll find every single Lucky you light is smoother, milder, more enjoyable. The reason is this. In a cigarette, it's the tobacco that counts, and LSMFT, Lucky Strike, means fine tobacco.
Now, fine tobacco costs more, and the makers of Lucky Strike pay more, actually millions of dollars more than official parity prices, to get truly fine, light leaf for your cigarette. So you see, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Today, tomorrow, always.
Listen for a moment to the words of a tobacco expert, a man who's seen Lucky Strike buy many a basket of tobacco. He's Mr. Wayne Adams, an independent warehouseman from South Boston, Virginia. Recently, he said,
"Times without number, I've seen the makers of Lucky Strike buy fine tobacco. Quality tobacco that makes a real smoke. For 15 years, Lucky's have been my regular smoke."
There's a first-hand tip from a tobacco expert. So for your own real deep-down smoking enjoyment, light up a Lucky. Yes, make your next carton the cigarette that brings you smoking enjoyment at its finest, with never a rough puff. Lucky Strike. So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Andy Devine, who was with us tonight through the courtesy of Lum and Abner. Next week, through the courtesy of 20th Century Fox, we're going to have Tyrone Power. Good night, folks.
Be sure to hear Dennis Day and A Day in the Life of Dennis Day. Stay tuned to the Ennis and Andy Show, which follows immediately. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike. Quality of product is essential to continuing success. Exhibit A, Lucky Strike. Fine tobacco is what counts in a cigarette. And day in, day out, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Yes, next time you buy cigarettes, ask for Lucky Strike. So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
The Lucky Strike program, starring Jack Benny, with Barry Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go out to Jack Benny's house in Beverly Hills. It's morning, and Rochester's preparing the bath for his boss.
Well, that's enough water. When Mr. Benny takes a bath, he wants everything just right. I better check. Bath mat, bath towel, bath salt, soap, rubber duck, celluloid boat, and life preserver. Better tie the life preserver to the faucet. Last time the plug came out, Mr. Benny had to fight his way upstream like a salmon. Trouble that man goes through to take a bath. I'm glad he don't do it often. He showers most of the time. Well, I guess that's...
Good morning, Rochester.
Oh, good morning, boss. Your bath is ready.
Well, I'm in a hurry this morning, so I'll just take a shower.
But, boss, the tub is all ready.
I don't care. I'm going to take a shower.
The bath mat, the towels.
I'm going to take a shower.
The bath salts, the soap.
I'm going to take a shower.
The rubber duck, the celluloid boat, the life preserver.
Well...
You going to take a bath?
No, give me the rubber duck. I'll hold it in the shower. And Rochester, next time, don't blow this duck up so high. The way its eyes pop out, it looks like Eddie Cantor.
I'll fix that.
No, you better put the air back in. Now it's so wrinkled, it looks like Fred Allen. Never mind, I'll blow it up myself.
You better hurry with your shower. Professor LeBlanc, your violin teacher's waiting in the library.
Oh, yes, I have to take my violin lesson today. Well, Rochester, you go downstairs and get the house cleaned up.
Okay. Get the house cleaned up. Every day the same thing. Dusting, washing, cleaning, scrubbing. If I could have guessed who Mrs. Hush was, I'd have... No, I'd only had more things to dust. And I was so sure it was Lena Horne. Well, I better go in the kitchen and... Oh, my goodness, what's that? Mr. Benny! Mr. Benny! Mr. Benny! Mr. Benny, what happened?
I broke my rubber duck.
take it down, have it vulcanized?
No, let's wait and see what Christmas brings. Now, Rochester, tell Professor LeBlanc I'll be right down.
No, Mr. Benny. Please, tune up the violin. I will make the A on the piano. No. You are flat. Pull the string up a little tighter.
Okay.
Tighter.
Oh, darn it, the string broke.
Good. That's one down and 3 to go.
Well, you better put a new string on, Professor, while I open the window. It's kind of hot in here. There.
Hey, Stevie, kick it to me. And then Look, there's Mr. Benny in the window. Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Joey. Hello, Stevie.
Hello, Mr. Benny. Say, Mr. Benny, some of us kids are going to play football. Can you come out and play with us?
Oh, gee, I can't, Joey. I got to take my violin lesson. But I'll maybe a little later.
Okay, we'll wait for you.
Mr. Benny, you better close the window. It will be quieter.
Okay.
Here's your violin. We'll start with the piece I gave you last time. What was it again?
The glowworm.
Oui, monsieur, the glowworm. It is very pretty. Come in.
Okay.
Mr. Benny. Mr. Benny, it is such a small worm. Do not kill it.
I'm sorry. I'll take it again.
Mr. Benny, what are the plink?
I'm stepping over the worm.
Mr. Benny, leave the jokes to the comedians. Yes, sir. Perhaps we better limber up a little more with the exercises.
As you wish.
Play it softer with emotion. Dip your bow in Jergens lotion. Nero played while Rome was burning. Right now for a match I'm yearning. Now, Mr. Benny, you are sounding worse than ever.
But, Professor, I've been practicing 2 hours every day.
How can you stand it? What? Now, look, that is enough of the exercises. Let us go back to the lesson. This time, get the tempo right. We will use the metronome.
Okay.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. Mr. Benny, what is that?
Eastern Columbia, Broadway is not.
What is that?
Polly's Burlesque, Main Street at 6.
Oh, oui. The third girl from the end with the red hair. Ooh la la.
Professor LeBlanc.
Excuse me. I hope you will not say anything to my wife.
Your wife? Why?
She's the third girl from the other end.
Oh, she's the one with the... Oh, your wife! Well, anyway, Professor, let's get on with the lesson. I want to go out and play football.
Oui. Come in. Mr. Benny. Mr. Benny, please. The less than she is older. Will you please pay me my money now and don't keep me waiting like always?
Oh, yes, Professor. I'll go down my vault and get it. Oh, excuse me, there's the door.
The money for the lesson, please.
I'll be right back.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Dennis. Come on in. Say, Dennis, didn't I see you at the Notre Dame USC football game yesterday?
Yeah, I was there.
Well, I had an awful time getting my tickets. How'd you get yours?
From my cousin. He plays for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame? Oh, of course. Certainly. You're Irish. What's your cousin's name?
Kozakowski.
Kozakowski?
His real name is McNulty.
What?
He changed it to get on the team.
Oh. Well, anyway, there was a lot of excitement, and I thought Notre Dame played great.
So did UCLA.
Dennis, UCLA didn't play yesterday.
USC sent for them in the third quarter.
Dennis, what are you talking
Mr. Benny, please. I am waiting for my money.
Oh, yes, Professor. I'll go in my vault and get it.
Well, I'll run along, Mr. Benny. I gotta go to the recording studio and make a record.
A record? You know, Dennis, I made a whole album of records. A lot of comedy with my cast and a couple of violin solos.
You did?
Yeah. You know, you can get them in any music store.
Is there anything else you want to advertise before I leave?
No, that's all.
Well, I gotta run along. Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
So long, Dennis. Oh, by the way, kid, is your mother going to have a Christmas tree?
Yeah, but this year she's gonna buy it from somebody else.
Well, if she changes her mind, I'll be at Sunset in Fairfax.
Okay.
Goodbye. See, I better start a week earlier this Christmas. I had to burn 10 of them last year.
Mr. Benny, you haven't paid me for your lesson.
Oh, yes, Professor. How thoughtless of me. I'll go into my vault and get your money. See, I wonder who keeps it further underground, me or Fort Knox. I must ask him someday when I'm there to collect the rent. Friend or foe? Friend. What's the password? The British are coming.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Benny.
Yes. We've had that password a long time now, haven't we, Ed?
Yes, ever since that night you hung the lantern in the Old North Church.
Oh, yes.
By the way, Mr. Benny, did that fellow on horseback ever make it?
Why?
I had $2 on him.
Well, excuse me a minute, Ed. I'm going to open the vault.
How much money are you putting in?
Oh, nothing. I'm taking some out.
Oh? Sickness in the family?
No, everything's all right. Well, I'm going to open the vault now.
Shall I take a sleeping pill?
No, Ed, you can watch. It's all right. See, the combination is right to 45, left to 60, back to 15, and left to 110. There. One violin lesson, $1.50. There it is. Well, see you later, Ed.
All right. Oh, by the way, Mr. Benny, I meant to ask you, how are things on the outside?
Oh, it's December. Winter is nearly here. And the leaves are falling.
Hey, that must be exciting.
No, Ed. People are wearing clothes now.
Well, goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Goodbye, Ed. Well, now here you are, Professor, $1.50. Here's your dollar, and here's a... Oh, darn it, it was so dark down there, I got the wrong coin. Professor, have you got change for a Spanish doubloon?
No, please, Mr. Benny, go back to the vault and get me the other 50 cents.
Okay, I'll do it right now. Mr. Benny, excuse me a minute, I want to answer the phone.
Sacre bleu.
Hello?
This is the Palm Springs operator, Miss Livingston, calling Jack Benny.
Oh, good. This is Jack Benny. Hello, Mary?
Just a minute, I have to ring her back.
All right, I'll wait. Gee, I'm sure glad that Mary's calling. Oh, darn it, there's someone at the door. Come in! Oh, hello, Don. I'll be with you in a minute.
Jack, I've got the quartet here, and we're in an awful hurry.
Well, Don, you'll have to wait until I...
Hold the line, Mr. Benny?
Yes, I'm waiting.
Mr. Benny, my 50 cents.
Just a minute, Professor.
Jack, as long as you're holding the line, I want you to hear the number the sportsman has prepared.
Don.
It'll fit beautifully if you ever do a Western play.
Well, wait till I'm through on the phone. Mary is calling me.
It'll only take a minute.
I'm ringing Miss Livingston.
Good.
I knew you'd want to hear it.
Don, I wasn't talking to you. Anyway, if you want me to hear the quartet, make it fast. Mary will be on the phone any minute.
Okay, hit it, boys.
The old ding, dragging music to the cattle as you swing. Back and forward in the saddle on the hall. Put your horse stand and sophisticated and just touch the fun you needed to the roar of his decency and file. He's been poking Lucky Strike for quite a while. That's the one he likes. He will ever roll his own again for what he used when he can send for good old Lucky. Good old Lucky.
Hello?
Good old
Mary?
Strike.
Oh, well, it's Mary. I can't hear you. What? Boys, I'm trying to talk. Shut up, will you?
Listen, Benny. Like it ain't.
I'll give you a ring. Hello, Mary? Boy. Mary? Boy. Hello?
Boy, Mr. Benny is talking. Wait a minute.
Hello?
Wait a minute.
Mary?
Wait a minute.
Mary, I can't hear you. Hello, Mary? Mary? Oh, darn it, she must have hung up. Well, I'll call her later. Now, look, Don, did you have to go...
Mr. Benny.
What?
They went out.
Oh, Dean, I wanted to tell him something.
My 50 cents, please.
In a minute, Professor. Oh, Don! Don! Well, I guess they've gone. Gee, they got away so fast.
Say, Mr. Benny, we're still waiting for you to play football with us. Yeah, come on out.
Well, I can't yet. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll do what I have to do later. Come on, Stevie. But we better choose up sides first.
Well, how can we? There are 5 of us. Yeah, and that won't come out even.
Now, let's see. 2 and a 5. Yeah, it won't come out even. Well, look at it. Since I'm the biggest, I'll take Joey on my side, and we'll play the 3 of you. Now, come on.
Hey, Jackson.
Huh?
Oh, hello, Phil. Come on out here a minute.
Okay. Here, fellas, here's the ball. I'll be right back. Say, Phil, that's the most gorgeous new car I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I just picked it up and I wanted to show it to you. I'm giving it to Alice for a birthday present.
Oh, when is Alice's birthday?
January the 3rd.
January? Hey, you're a month early.
No, I'm a year late.
Well, with a present like that, I'm sure Alice will forgive you. It certainly is the nicest looking car I've ever seen.
Yeah, come here, Jackson. Come over here just a second. Look. Hey, read this.
Let's see. To Alice Faye, from her handsome, ever-loving, curly-headed joy boy, Bill Harris.
Ain't that beautiful?
Yes, but you should have written it on a birthday card, not painted it on the door.
That's terrible. What's wrong with writing it on the door?
Well, Phil, everybody sees it there.
So what? I ain't ashamed of Alice.
Oh, fine. Phil, is this a 47 model or a 48?
I don't know, but it's the latest style. Look at them fender skirts. They're 2 inches longer. Yeah, General Motors sure gave it that new look, huh? Boy, I can't wait to see the expression on Alice's face when I give her this car for a present.
Oh, is it a surprise?
Well, I wanted it to be, but they already sent her the bill. Well, so long, Jackson. I gotta beat it home.
So long, Phil. I hope Alice likes the car.
Hey, Mr. Benny, we're still waiting for
Oh,
you.
boys, come on over here. I want you to meet somebody. Hey, boys, this is Phil Harris.
Oh, Mr. Harris.
Hiya, fellas.
Say, Mr. Harris, you're married to Alice Faye, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
She sure is beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Say, Mr. Harris,
Yeah?
if you ever get tired of her, let me know.
Joey, how could you say a thing like that?
Yeah, Joey, me and Alice are a happy married couple. We got 2 beautiful little daughters.
Well, if you ever get tired of them, let us know.
Fellas.
Hiya, gang. Oh, hello, Terry.
Well, who's this boy?
Oh, he's a new kid that moved into the neighborhood. Terry, this is Mr. Jack Benny and Mr. Phil Harris. Hi.
Hello, Terry.
You know, Terry, Mr. Benny was All-American fullback when he played football for Yale.
Yale.
And Terry, during the war, he once shot down 46 Jap-Zero planes in one day. Gee whiz.
Hey, Jackson, did you
And
fight...
Mr. Benny was the first man to swim the English Channel.
Oh, I was lucky. The tide was with me.
Say, Mr. Benny, tell Terry about the time you beat Notre Dame in the Rose Bowl.
Oh, it was nothing, really. You see, there were 10 seconds left to play in the game. We were behind 7-6. I got the ball behind our own goal line and started down the sideline. I twisted, squirmed, tipped on my arm way down the field. Then I saw standing between me and the goal Notre Dame's famous 5 horsemen. Realizing...
Mr. Benny, don't you mean the 4 horsemen?
5. They were making it tough for me. Realizing that they might be hard to get through, I stopped and drop-kicked a field goal from the 50-yard line, which won the game for us 9-7. The shoe I wore that day is now in the Smithsonian Institute. What an honor.
Gosh, gee whiz. Wow.
Well, fellas, you go back and warm up a little, and I'll join you soon, huh?
Okay, let's go, gang.
Hey, Jackson.
What?
Come here.
Huh?
You dog, you.
Oh, Phil, I was just...
Look up in the air. Is it a bird? Is it a bullet? Is it a plane? No, it's Super Benny.
There's no harm in my... Oh, never mind. See you later. So long, Phil.
So long, Lou Jack.
Lou Jack? Who's he? He must be the drummer in Phil's band. All right, boys. Up on your feet. Show a little pep. Now, let's get the game started.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Now, let's see. Joey's on my side. We'll play the 3 of you. Stevie, you kick off and we'll receive.
Okay. Here goes. I got it, Mr. Benny. I got it.
Attaboy, I'll run interference for you. Keep behind me, Joey. Keep behind me. Keep behind me.
I'm 10 feet ahead of you.
Oh, well then. Whoops, tough luck. They got you, Joey. Okay, it's our ball. First down, 10 yards to go. Now, let's go in a huddle, Joey.
Yes.
Now, look, you be center, pass me the ball, and I'll take it around left end.
Okay, let's go.
Signal. 38. 38. 38. Hey! Here I come, kid. Around left end. Better not get in my way or I'm liable to...
Gee, Stevie, you sure tackled him hard. His eyes are closed. Yeah, and you knocked his helmet off. Hey, I never saw a helmet like this before. It's got a part in the middle. he tackled him. He must have hit his head. What do we do? What do we do?
Oh, just let him lay there a second. He'll come around all right.
Oh, no, waiter. Give me the check. This party's on me.
Let's get in the house, boys. It wasn't that noise. Come on, boys. Give me a hand. Let's lay him right down here on the bed, boys.
Okay. Well, fellas, I think we better get going. Gee, I sure hope Mr. Benny will be all right. Yeah, he's a swell guy.
Don't worry, boys. I'll go down the hall with you. I want to get him a cold towel.
Oh, what happened? Where am I? Huh? Oh, I'm in my bed. Wait a minute. Who's this in bed with me?
Mr. Benny, please pay me my 50 cents. Oh, it's yours, Professor. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is a final message from our government. As cold weather nears, the food situation in Western Europe grows steadily worse. Widespread crop failures in that area of Europe bring its people closer and closer to actual starvation. In order to protect our own freedom, prosperity, and peace, all Americans are urged to back the President's food conservation program. Remember, save wheat, save meat, save the peace. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a moment. But first,
quality of product is essential to continuing success. And Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
LSMFT.
Yes, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And fine tobacco is what counts in a cigarette. Remember what happens at the tobacco auction? Lucky Strike is the ideal gift on every Christmas list. So say Merry Christmas 200 times with a carton of 200 Lucky Strike cigarettes in their beautiful holiday wrapping. And for the specials on your list, a special handsome gift box of 500 Lucky Strike cigarettes, each so round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
Hello, Mr. Berry's resident. Stop, stage, screen, radio, and the Rose Bowl. Oh, hello, Miss Livingston. Oh, he's in bed. No, it's not serious. He just sprained his ankle playing football. Huh? Yeah, I guess the phone will reach over his bed. Boss, it's Miss Livingston.
Oh, hello, Mary. How are you? Well, I'm all right. It's just a little sprain. Are you going to be on the show next week? Good. Well, I'll be all right. Thanks for calling. Goodbye.
Boss, what are you whispering about?
Shh. The professor's asleep. Good night, Rochester.
Good night.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by Lucky Strike. For smoking enjoyment at its finest, with never a rough puff, light up a Lucky. And why are Luckies the smoother, milder, more enjoyable cigarette? Here's the answer. Each and every Lucky Strike contains fine tobacco that smokes smooth and mild. Now, fine tobacco costs more. And at the tobacco auctions, Lucky's pay millions of dollars more than official parity prices for ripe, light, naturally mild leaf. So light up a Lucky, friends, and puff by puff, you'll see LSMFT. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Yes, fine tobacco that guarantees you a smoother, milder, more deeply enjoyable smoke every puff of the way. There's never a rough puff in a Lucky. So next time you buy a cigarette, be sure of smoking enjoyment at its finest. Ask for Lucky Strike. And here's a Christmas gift suggestion that every friend will welcome. A specially wrapped Christmas carton of Lucky Strike cigarettes. 10 packs, 200 cigarettes, 200 wonderfully smooth, deeply enjoyable Luckies. Yes, give Lucky Strike Christmas cartons to your friends. And keep a good supply of Luckies on hand to add to your enjoyment of the Christmas season.
The Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack is leaving tonight for Houston, Texas, where he's going to be the master of ceremonies at the big charity football game there next Saturday. As we look in at the Benny house, Rochester is finishing Jack's packing.
Let's see, I've got all his clothes back. His shaving cream, razor, toothbrush, and toothpaste. I better check and see if I've packed all his pills. I can't understand why Mr. Benny carries all these medicines. He never takes any, but he always wants them with him. I guess it's like his money. He never spends any, but it gives him comfort to know it's there. I wonder where the...
Rochester, have you finished my packing?
Just about, boss. You want to look in the suitcase before I close it?
Yeah, let's see. Suit, shirts, underwear. Rochester, why'd you pack all these thick woolen socks? It doesn't get that cold in Texas.
I know, but in case you step into any oil, you'll want to sop up as much as you can.
Oh, yes.
Say, boss, isn't Phil Harris going down with you?
Yes, Rochester, and Dinah Shore, too. We're going to have quite a show. No, it's for the Damon Runyon Fund, the National Kids Foundation, and Holly Hall of Houston. It's going to be one of the biggest... I'll get it, Rochester. You finish packing. Hello? Hiya, Jackson. Well, if it isn't Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. What do you want, Phil?
Well, I wanted to tell you I might be a little late getting down to that railroad station.
Well, Phil, you better not miss the train. It's important.
It's important that I have my hair done, too.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Phil, you have it done every 2 days. Why are you so proud of your hair?
Look, Jackson, it's the only nice thing I've got that Alice didn't give me.
Say, Phil, when we get down to Houston, what kind of a routine are you going to do on the show?
Oh, the usual thing. Stand up there, let them look at me. And I'll tell a few jokes, and then I'll sing 28 choruses, and that's what I like about the South.
28 choruses?
Well, there ain't no use in giving them the whole thing, Jackson. Let them tease them a little. Let's tease them.
Well, anyway, Phil, you couldn't possibly sing the whole song. We're only going to be there 5 days, you know. Now, look, Phil, here's something very important I want to tell you before we leave.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, first, I want you to... Phil. Oh, darn it, we were cut off. Well, he knows it's important. He'll probably call me right back. Now, Rochester. Hello, Phil. I'm glad you called back because...
Jack, this is Mary.
Oh, hello, Mary. I was expecting Phil.
Well, Jack, I'm calling from a bookstore, and I thought I'd get you something to read on the train.
Oh, good, Mary. That's sweet. What are you getting me?
A book of epigrams and witty sayings.
Epigrams and witty sayings? What do I need with that?
Well, you may get into a conversation with someone. You know how lost you are without your writers.
You needn't worry about that, Mary. I'm taking one of my writers with me.
Oh, good. You'll be the life of the club car. Which writer are you taking?
John Tackerberry.
Tackerberry?
Yes, you see, he came from Houston 10 years ago, and I thought it'd be nice if I took him home so he could change his clothes. Now, look, Barry, I'm expecting Phil to call me right back, so I better hang up. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Jack.
I wish Phil would hurry up and call back. It's important. Maybe I better call him.
Boss, I've got everything packed.
Good. And I've taken care of everything I had to do, too. Gee, I'm glad I went to the dentist this morning and had my teeth fixed.
You're going to strike oil even if you have to bite your way down.
Never mind. Now, I'm going to call... That's probably Phil.
Phil? Oh, hello, Jack. This is Don.
Oh, hello, Don. I was expecting a call from Phil. Where are you?
Well, I'm rehearsing the Sportsman Quartet for their opening at the Coconut Grove Tuesday night.
Oh, yes, and they got the job at the Ambassador.
Yes.
Gee, I wish I could be there, but I have to leave.
Oh, don't worry, Jack. They'll mail you the commission.
Oh, well, anyway, Don, give them my best wishes for their opening.
I will, Jack. Goodbye.
So long. See if I can keep that quartet working. I can relax a little. Oh, Rochester, I must be sure to take my... Hello?
Jack, I forgot to ask you. Would you like me to pick you up and drive you down to the station?
Oh, fine, Mary. That's swell. And, gee, I wish you could go to Texas with me.
Well, you know I'd love to, Jack, but my family's coming here for a visit from Plainfield.
Oh, yes, you mentioned that yesterday. When are you expecting them?
Well, that's hard to say. You see, my sister Babe is flying, and Mom is coming by train, and Papa's coming by bus.
Gee, that's peculiar. Why do they travel separately?
That way they don't have to explain each other to strangers.
Oh, well, that's logical.
Yeah. I hope the vacation out here does Babe some good. She's still heartbroken.
I know. She was awfully upset about Gargantua.
Jack, stop that.
What?
They hardly knew each other.
Oh.
Now, Jack, when I take you to the station, I won't be able to stay too long. I got to be back for Benita and Ronnie's party.
Oh, the Colemans are throwing a party, eh? Now, isn't that my luck? The night I go away, they have a party. What's the occasion?
You just said it.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, I can't wait any longer. I got to call Phil. Let's see. His number is... Oh, that must be him. Hello?
Now, look, Charlie, I haven't got much time, so listen to me. I'm phoning you to warn you that my husband's wise to us, and he's on his way over to your house with a gun. So get out of town, Charlie. Get out quick.
Gee, I'm pretty glad my name isn't... Oh. Hello?
Hey, Jax, I've been trying to get you back. Now, what was the important thing you want to talk to me about?
It's not important now. Phil, tell me something and tell me the truth. Is Phil your right first name?
Sure, Jackson, sure.
Are you positive?
Certainly I'm positive.
Well, Phil, did you ever tell anybody your name was Charlie? Huh?
No.
Good. Then you can take your time getting to the train.
What are you talking about?
I'll explain it later. It's a juicy tidbit. Now, Phil, are you all packed and ready to go?
Yep, everything's all corked up.
Good. Well, good. I'll see you later, then.
What? You want me to drive you to the station?
No, Rochester. Miss Livingston is going to pick me up. So close my bag. I'll answer the door, Rochester. Oh, hello, Dennis.
Oh, Mr. Benny, I heard you were going away, so I came to say goodbye.
Well, that's nice, kid.
Goodbye.
Well, he came to say goodbye, and he said it. Now, Rochester. What is it now?
You didn't tell me where you're going.
Well, if you're interested, Dennis, I'm going to Houston, Texas.
What for?
For a benefit.
You had 2 shows. You wouldn't need to go.
Look, Dennis.
Goodbye.
Now, there's the silliest kid Oh, no. Oh, no. You answer the door this time, Rochester.
Yes, sir. Yes?
Is Mr. Benny in?
Of course I'm in. Now, come on in here, Dennis.
Yes, sir.
Now, look, kid.
Yes, sir.
Why can't you act like a normal, sensible human... Now, who can that be?
You want me out.
Oh, this is like a Marx Brother picture. Dennis, what did you come over here for, anyway?
Well, I made an RCA Victor recording of Dear Hearts and Gentle People, and I thought you might like to hear it, and I brought the record with me.
All right, Dennis, I've got a few minutes. Put on the record and let me hear it. But if Mary comes by to pick me up, I'll have to leave.
Okay.
Okay.
I was those dear hearts and gentle people will never, ever let you down. They read the good book from Friday till Monday. That's how the weekend goes. I've got a dream house I'll build there one day with picket fence and rambling roads. I feel so welcome each time that I return, that my happy heart keeps laughing like a clown. I love the dear hearts and gentle people who live and love in my hometown. There's a spirit in the air that you can't find anywhere. Folks are cheerful cause they're always feeling fine. Every holiday is grand for the local Legion band. We'll be sure to be playing radar shine. Oh, the those dear hearts and gentle people who live in my hometown. Because those dear hearts and gentle people will never, ever let you down. I feel so welcome each time that I return, that my happy heart keeps laughing like a clown. I love the dear and gentle people who live and love in my
Gee, Mary, it was awfully nice of you to drive me down to the station.
Oh, that's all right, Jack. I wanted to see yours.
Well, let's go in.
Train leaving on track 5 for Anaheim. Artusa and Cucamonga.
You know, Jack, there's something fascinating about a railroad station. So many people going so many places.
Yeah. Poor Charlie, he didn't quite make it. Mary, I'm going over to the newsstand to get a magazine. You wait for me here.
Okay.
Attention, please. Attention. To facilitate the holiday rush, all passengers going to Cucamonga may have their choice of trains, local, express, or mule. Have your feed bags validated.
Well, I still got time to get my magazine. He hasn't announced my train yet.
Attention, please. Attention. Train leading on track 1 for Baltimore, Red, Washington. It's leaving now, so you better run.
Let's see. I think the newsstand is over by the...
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Well, Mr. Kitson.
Mr. Benny, what are you doing by the railroad station?
Well, I'm going to Houston, Texas.
Well, put on there, partner. That's where I'm a-heading.
What?
Milen, Latiblen, Nitschen, is Kaisibur, don't smart me.
Well, Mr. Kitzel, I'll probably see you down there. I'll be at the Shamrock Hotel.
Shamrock. My, that's a wonderful name for a hotel. It brings a lump in my throat.
It does? Yes, I haven't seen a shamrock since I left the old country. Well, I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun in Texas. You're certainly dressed for it, too. Cowboy boots, spurs, and a gun. Tell me, Mr. Kitzel, are you handy with a gun? You are? I can throw a biscuit up in the air, and with one shot, make a big lot of it. Oh, then you are pretty good. Well, so long, Mr. Kitzel. See you in Texas. Yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo, go spider. Better go over and get that magazine before the train leaves.
Attention, please. Attention. Train leaving on track 3 all the way to Schenectady. Just one stop at Kansas City.
I gotta get a newspaper, too. I want to see if they have anything in it about
Jack, what time does your train leave?
I don't know. It's not on the hit parade yet.
What?
Nothing.
Attention, please. Attention. Train leaving on track 2 for Asheville, Nashville, Kalamazoo. Takes on water at Waterloo.
Mary, I'm going to stop at the magazine.
Watch it, Sam.
Mind my suitcase, Mary. I'll be right back. Now, let's see. There's so many magazines here, I don't know which one to get. Oh, Mister. Why do I always have to run into him? Now, look, mister, all I want to do is buy a magazine.
Okay. If you want to read it or tear it in half to show me how strong you are.
I want to read it, and I'll take this one here.
Well, house and garden, aren't you lucky?
What?
Today only, with every copy, we give away a pocket full of fertilizer.
Now, look, mister, I came here to catch a train. I'm not going to put up with any...
Pardon me for interrupting, but may I have a package of Lucky Strikes, please?
Yes, sir. Here you are. Here's your change.
Thank you. May I have a light, please?
Yes, sir. Here, I'll light it for you.
Oh. My favorite cigarette.
Mine, too. They're so round, so firm, so fully packed.
And so free and easy on the draw.
You keep out of there.
But look, I know all about it.
Clerk, I've been listening to the radio a lot, and I'd like to ask you something. Is it true that there isn't a rough puff in a Lucky because it's made of that fine, that light, that naturally mild tobacco?
Uh-huh.
And, is it true that veteran tobacco men choose Lucky Strikes for their own personal enjoyment?
Uh-huh.
And is it true that Lucky's pay millions of dollars more than official parity prices?
Ooh, do they?
Now, look, Clark, I can't stand here all day. I'll take this magazine here, this copy of the Saturday Evening Post.
Yes, sir. That'll be 15 cents.
Here you are.
You want it gift wrapped, I suppose.
Oh, quiet. You burn me up, you stupid jerk.
When you come round, I go berserk.
Train now leaving for Albuquerque.
For heaven's sake.
Passengers may now board train on track 9 for Phoenix, El Paso, and Houston. Train will depart in 15 minutes.
Gee, 15 minutes.
Jack, they just called your train.
I know, Mary.
Well, why don't you get on now? It'll give you time to relax.
Yeah, I think I will. Well, goodbye, Mary.
Bye, Jack. Well, have a good time.
I will. So long. See you in a few days.
Gosh, this is what I hate about seeing someone off. You always have to go home alone. I think I'll go up the side exit. Closer to the... What? Oh, I beg your pardon.
That's quite all right, miss. I was trying to cut across to gate 9.
Wait a minute. Aren't you Frank Leahy, the football coach at Notre Dame?
Yes, I am.
Well, gee, I'm awfully sorry I
so hard?
Oh, it was all my fault. I saw you coming, but I didn't realize a girl could throw that kind of a block.
Well, I should have looked where I was going. May I...
No, thank you. I can get up by myself.
Gosh, Mr. Lady, where did I tell my friends that I ran into the coach at Notre Dame? A team that has played 38 games without one defeat.
Well, the credit really should go to the players and the assistant coaches. As head coach, my job is merely to help develop them.
Mr. Lay, what have you got in that suitcase?
A quarterback, I like to get them young.
What?
Oh, I'm just kidding, of course. That's the mama doll. I'm taking it home to Sue and Flossie, our 2 daughters.
Attention, please. Train leaving for Yuma, Phoenix, El Paso, and Houston. All aboard.
That's my train. I'd better run along.
Goodbye, Mr. Lay.
Goodbye. It was nice talking to you.
All aboard. All aboard.
Oh, Porter. Porter.
Yes, sir?
Which way to the lounge?
The next car back, sir.
Thank you. It's a beautiful lounge car. Pardon me, sir. Is this seat next to you taken?
No, you may have it.
Thank you. Nice day for traveling, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly is.
Yeah. Comfortable seat.
By the way, you're Jack Benny, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm on my way to Texas. I'm putting on a show at that big charity football game in Houston.
Well, that's very nice.
Of course, I'm rather flattered they asked me to come down. But then, of course, at one time I was quite a football player myself, you see. You know, I used to play with the Waukegan Terrors.
Waukegan Terrors?
Sounds frightening, doesn't it? You know, I was famous for one particular play. It was a very tricky thing where I used to send the end out wide and... Oh, pardon me. Are you familiar with football? I mean, do you know the game at all? By that I mean, do you...
Yes, as a matter of
fact... Well, get this play. The end went out wide. I sent both my halfbacks to the left and my 4 quarterbacks to the right.
4 quarterbacks?
Yes. Am I getting too technical?
Well, not yet.
Anyway, to make a long story short, we'd pull the opposing halfbacks out of position, and I'd send my fullback into the open and throw a long pass to him.
Why didn't you send the quarterback? We had plenty of them.
Well, we were having so much luck this way, I didn't want to change, you see. Do you see many football games during the season, Mr.
Leahy, Frank Leahy.
Oh, please meet me, Mr. Leahy. Where are you from? I mean, where's your place of business?
South Bend, Indiana.
Oh, nice town. You know, I used to play it in vaudeville. What do you do there, Mr. Leahy? Are you a salesman or in the insurance business?
Well,
Oh, I'm sorry for being so nosy. Maybe you don't want to talk about it. Well, I think I'll go back to my compartment and read a while. Oh, darn it, I bought a magazine and left it in the station.
Well, if you feel like reading, Mr. Benny, I have a book here that might interest you.
Oh, well, thank you. Are you through with it?
Surely, take it along.
Well, that's awfully nice of you. Thanks very much. See you later, Mr. Leahy. Funny he was so reticent about telling me what business he was in. Well, I think I'll just stretch out here on the seat and read the book he gave me. Well, this is a coincidence. Book is about football. Notre Dame football, the T formation, by Coach Frank Leahy. Chapter. Oh my goodness! That's who I was talking to. Frank Leahy, the coach of Notre Dame. And I'm stuck on the train with him for 2 days. I'll never be able to face him. I know what I'll do. Darn these windows, you can never open them. Well, I'll just have to stay in my compartment for the entire trip. I can't bear to. Come in? Oh, Mr. Leahy. Mr. Leahy, it's you.
Yes, Jack. I thought you might like to have dinner with me this evening.
Well, that's very nice of you, Mr. Leahy, but first I must apologize for making such a fool of myself. Imagine me not knowing what business you were in.
Well, Jack, don't let it worry you. When we played SMU last week, up to the last quarter, I didn't know what business I was in either.
No! Well, come on, Frank. We'll go to dinner. And it's my treat.
Jack, we'll be back in just a moment, but first...
There's never a rough puff in a Lucky because LSMFT, Lucky Strike, means fine tobacco. Fine, light, ripe tobacco that smokes smoother and milder. Now, fine tobacco costs more, and at the tobacco auctions, Lucky Strike pays millions of dollars more than official parity prices for naturally mild, mellow leaves. And the independent tobacco experts, men who devote their lives to buying, selling, and handling tobacco, can see the kind of fine tobacco that Lucky Strike consistently selects and buys. Just listen to the words of Mr. B.Z. Bowen, an independent tobacco buyer from Timmonsville, South Carolina. Recently, he said,
I keep my eyes peeled as to what's going on at the tobacco auction. And year after year, I've seen Lucky Strike buy fine, light, mellow tobacco that makes a smooth, mild smoke. I've smoked Lucky's for 22 years.
So, friends, for a truly finer, milder cigarette with never a rough puff, smoke the smoke tobacco expert smoke, Lucky Strike. So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
Gee, Mr. Leahy, this was a wonderful dinner, wasn't it?
It certainly was, Jack. Oh, waiter, the check?
No, Mr. Leahy, this is on me. Waiter, I'll take the check.
Sure.
Thank you. Just a second while I...
What's the matter, Jack? Something wrong with the check?
No. Mr. Leahy. Remember when I told you I forgot my magazine?
Yes.
Well, I forgot my wallet, too. Isn't that awful?
You know, Mr. Benny, what? I'd like to have just one halfback that's as slippery as you are.
Well, thank you.
Stay tuned for the end of the show, which follows immediately. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
The Jack Benny Program, transcribed, presented by Lucky Strike. Friends, every time you light up a Lucky, you get more real deep-down smoking enjoyment. Yes, that's exactly what you get from every Lucky you light. For to make certain that Luckies are a smoother, lighter, more deeply enjoyable smoke, Luckies pay more for fine tobacco, millions of dollars more than official parity prices. Remember, in a cigarette, it's the tobacco that counts. And LSMFT, Lucky Strike, means fine tobacco. Fine tobacco that guarantees a milder, truly finer cigarette for you. Yes, from first puff to last, there's never a rough puff in a Lucky. So for your own real, deep-down smoking enjoyment, smoke that smoke of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike.
The Lucky Strike program, starring Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, the Sportsman Sport Cat, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go out to Beverly Hills. It's morning, and hundreds of people, brimming with the Christmas spirit, are waiting for the local department store to open its doors.
Oh, Mary, where are you?
Here I am, Jack, right behind you.
Oh, yes. Say, Mary, how'd you like the way I wiggled myself through this crowd, right up to the front of the line?
Yeah, those rumble lessons you took from Arthur Murray really helped.
I'll say. When we started, we were way at the end, and now there's only one man ahead of me.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, Mr. Murray. Oh, look, Mary, they're getting ready to open the store and let the crowd in. I can see the manager walking over to the floor walker.
Jasper, what is it, Mr. Simpkins? It's almost time to open the store. Are all the clerks at their stations?
Yes, sir.
Good. You will open the doors in 10 seconds. Are you ready for final inspection?
Yes, sir.
Hair?
Comb.
Chin?
Out.
Jacket?
Pressed.
Carnation?
Moist.
Good. It is now 9 o'clock. You may open the doors and guide our customers into the store.
Yes, sir. Mule train! Mule train! Get in there! Get in there! Let's go there! Come on! Mule train!
Mule train?
Jasper, how could you do a thing like that to our customers?
When I saw those faces, I couldn't control myself.
Wait here, Mary. I'll be right back.
Jack, don't get into it.
Never mind. Say, mister, are you the manager?
Yes, I am.
Well, as one of your steady customers, I resent being ushered into the store like a mule.
I apologize, sir.
I've never been
I said I apologize. Put your ears down.
Now, look, mister.
Jack, I told you not to get into it. Come on.
Oh, all right.
Jack, I'd like to go to a store with you just once where you don't get into an argument with everybody.
Look, Mary, I'll admit that sometimes it may be my fault, but not this time. Imagine driving customers into a store yelling mule train.
Well, don't stand there complaining. Go have your coat fixed.
My coat?
His whip tore your sleeve off.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll just pin it and then fix it when I get home. Come on. Mary, what do you think I ought to get for my sister Florence in Chicago?
Oh, I don't know.
It ought to be something nice. You know, Mary, I have no brothers and no other sister. Florence is my only close relative. I ought to get her something really nice.
What'd you get her last year?
A pencil sharpener.
Oh, how sweet, Jack. But then she is your only sister.
Yeah. After all, you know.
Jack, let's go outside and come in the store again.
Why?
I want that guy with the whip to get another crack at you.
Nothing doing. He had his chance. Anyway, I can't understand a store like this bringing customers in just the way...
Hey, pardon me, mister. Did you see my wife?
Huh? Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Did you see my wife?
No, I haven't. As a matter of fact, I don't even know your wife.
Then how do you know you didn't see her?
Now, mister, how would I know...
I can't stand here jabbering. I better go look for her. Chloe!
Now, come on, Mary. Let's go.
Oh, Jack, look. There's Dennis.
Where? Oh, yes.
Hey, young man, what can I do for you?
Gee, I don't know what to get for my mother. She goes horseback riding a lot. Maybe she'd like it if I buy something for the horse. But say, mister.
Yes?
How much is that horse collar?
Horse collar?
Yes, that white one hanging up there on the wall.
Young man, this is the plumbing department. Just what is it you're looking for?
I don't know, but I'd like to get something for my mother.
Well, I can call the ladies' department and save you some time. Did you have anything in mind?
Oh, yes, sir. I think a dress would be nice.
Oh, that's an excellent idea. What size dress does your mother wear?
36.
36?
Uh-huh. I think I ought to get her a nightgown, too. Size 58.
Now, wait a minute, son. If your mother wears a 36 dress, why would she wear a 58 nightgown?
She doesn't sleep in her girdle.
Young man, I think you're a little confused. However, I will admit there is a little variation in size, but very slight.
Gee, I hope that movie company doesn't find out.
Movie company?
Yeah, they want my mother to take off her girdle to advertise their new picture.
What picture?
Lost Boundaries.
Young man, would you do me a favor and shoplift something so I can have you arrested?
What?
Let it go. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Uh-huh. Those men's shirts in that case across the aisle, are they real silk?
Oh, yes, they are. They'd make a wonderful gift for your father.
Oh, they're not for my father. I'd like to buy them for Jack Benny.
Jack Benny? Do you know him?
Oh, sure. He's on one of my shows.
Dennis. Dennis.
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny. Hello, Mary.
Hello, Dennis. Doing your Christmas shopping?
Yeah. Gee, I was just going to decide on Mr. Benny's gift, and he had to walk up and spoil the whole thing.
Oh, I'm sorry, kid. I didn't know you wanted to be a secret.
Yeah. Now you'll have to close your eyes.
Okay.
Got them closed?
Uh-huh.
Okay, mister, you can wrap it up now and put it in a shoebox so he won't know it's a shirt.
Can I open my eyes now?
Yeah.
Gee, that was a close one.
Yeah.
Well, say, Mr. Benny, while my packages are being gift wrapped, would you like to step over to the music counter and hear a record I just made?
Oh, sure, kid. Come on. Oh, miss?
Yes?
Do you have the latest record made by Dennis Day?
You mean I must have done something wonderful?
Yeah, that's the one.
Would you play it, miss?
I'm sorry, but our record player is broken.
Broken?
Yeah, all day yesterday, every 5 minutes, some curly-headed jerk kept requesting, "That's what I like about the South."
I think I know who you mean. Why didn't you tell him that you refuse to play it?
And get hit with a ham hock?
Oh, yes, he's never without one.
Gee, and I wanted you to hear my record.
Well, if it'll make you feel better, Dennis, you sing and I'll spin you around. Eh?
Okay.
Okay, come on.
I must have done something wonderful to find someone like you. Somehow, somewhere, I did something sweet, like helping old ladies across the street. I'll never know why you love me so. I only know you do. Darling, I must have done something wonderful to be blessed with someone like you. I'll never know why you love me so. I only know you do. Darling, I must have done something wonderful to be blessed with someone like you.
That was very good, Dennis. I'll bet it's a swell record. Say, Mary, don't you think that song will be Mary? Now, where did Mary go?
Oh, she's way over there at the end of the counter.
Oh, yeah.
May I wait on you, miss?
Yes, I'd like to get something for a gentleman.
A gentleman? Your husband?
No, my boss. He's been nice to me, and I'd like to show my appreciation.
Oh, here's something nice. A gold tie clasp.
A gold tie clasp? No.
Well, how about a gold keychain?
No.
How about gold cufflinks?
Look, mister, I don't want to get him anything he can melt down. Gee, I wish I could think of something.
Well, miss, perhaps I could help you better if you told me how closely you two are associated. Are you engaged?
No, we're not.
Is he your boyfriend?
No, as a matter of fact, he treats me more like a sister.
How about a pencil sharpener?
A pencil sharpener?
Yes, we ship one to Chicago every year. It goes to a girl named Flossie.
You mean Florence?
Well, I feel like I know her.
Hey, Mary, let's not keep losing each other. See, I spend more...
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello.
It's on the way to Chicago.
Wait a minute. This year I was going to get my sister something different. Come on, Mary, let's go. You know, it's amazing how everybody knows I'm a comedian. Mary, I'm going to get something else for my sister.
Now, is there anything else, sir?
Well, I don't know, baby. Let's see what I bought so far.
Well, there's one black negligee.
Yeah. That's for my ever-loving wife.
Oh, you're married?
Am I married? Why, I'm married to Alice Faye, the sweetest little gal who ever... Oh, come on now, baby. Stop crying. There ain't enough of me for everybody.
Yes, sir.
Happens every time. Now, let's see, honey. I've got everybody's present except one for Jackson. Oh, I know. I'll get him a pair of socks.
What size?
11 and a half.
These?
Yeah. Now I'll just take off my shoes, put the new ones on, and then I'll be all
Mr. Harris, I thought you were going to give socks to Mr. Benny.
I am. Here are my old ones. Gift wrap them.
Don't you want me to sew up the holes first?
No. Just throw in a needle and thread. And give the old man something to do when he gets home from his rumble lesson. Yeah, put plenty of ribbon on the box so the kids can play around.
Hey, Phil.
Well, dear hearts and gentle people.
It's funny running into you, Phil.
Yeah, how's Alice?
Now stop it.
Well, what's the matter with her?
Usual thing. She's upset because she found out I'm married.
Oh, now that's ridiculous.
You cried a little too, Dad.
All right. But that was during the ceremony. It had nothing to do with you.
Well, then why'd you cry?
Because you wouldn't let him go on the honeymoon.
Sorry, stop. I've seen that.
Now, Jackson, I got to finish my shopping, kids. Look, I've got to get some California pennants.
California pennants?
Yeah, you see, I'm going to the Rose Bowl game, and I want to cheer for California, but all they got in this store are pennants from Syracuse.
Pennants from Syracuse?
Sure. There's a big box of them right up there on the counter. See what it says? Syracuse pennants.
That's circus peanuts. Syracuse pennants. Phil, how can you be...
He disappeared in the crowd.
Good. Now, Mary, I wish you'd help me decide on something for my sister Florence.
Well, Jack, I've been trying to think.
Gosh, I don't know.
Hey, mister, are you sure you didn't see my wife?
Look, buddy, I'd like to help you, but I don't know what your wife looks like. Has she got any identifying marks?
Well, she's got a birthmark on... Never mind, I'll look for her myself.
Yes, you better.
Chloe!
Come on, Mary. Why does everybody have to pick on me? Well, have you made up your mind, sir?
Huh? Oh, I was just looking around. I sure would like to give my girl a ring like that.
Well, I don't blame you. That's a beautiful diamond ring.
How much is it?
$4,000.
That doesn't sound so bad. Wait till I look at my bank book.
Well?
Wait till I turn the page.
Well?
Wait till I turn another page.
Well?
Just a minute, I'm on the last page.
Well, what's on the last page?
Put something in the pot, boy.
Well, look, mister, if you want to buy this ring, you don't have to pay the $4,000 cash. You can pay for it on easy terms. All you have to do is establish credit rating.
Credit rating?
Yes, I have the forms right here. Your name?
Rochester Van Jones.
Are you employed?
Yes, sir.
Who do you work for?
Jack Benny.
Oh. What are your duties?
You mean you want to go on?
Why, yes.
What are your duties with Mr. Benny?
Well, besides being his rumble partner, I'm his personal secretary, legal advisor, attorney at law, and I also select the scripts for the movies he makes.
You pick his movies?
He has to blame somebody.
Well, I don't agree with you. I think that Mr. Benny is a great entertainer, whether it's stage, screen, or radio. And as far as I'm concerned, his last picture was one of the funniest I've ever seen.
You keep talking like that, and you'll be in line for a pencil sharpener.
Jack, I think Rochester's over there picking out a gift for you.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't want him to see me, so let's move on.
Oh, Jack!
Hey, it's Don.
Hello, Don.
Why, hello, Mary. Oh, say, Jack, I just bought you a present, but I felt it was silly to wait until Christmas, so I'm going to give it to you now. Here.
For me? A mop? But, Don, what can I do with a mop?
This isn't a mop. I just put a handle on it so you wouldn't be embarrassed carrying it home.
Oh, I see. I thought the widow's peak was so you could get into the corners.
Don, what have you got in that little bag?
Oh, Mary, I'm glad you asked me. Here, I'll show it to you. It's the cutest thing you ever saw.
What is it, Don?
Well, see, it's a little toy merry-go-round.
Well, what do you want that for?
Well, now, here, let me show you. First, you wind it up, and then you release the lever, and it spins around and plays music.
Really? Let's see how it works, Don.
Okay.
LSMFT, Lucky Strike is as good as can be. LSMFT, smoke a Lucky and you will soon see.
Nothing quite like puffing on a Lucky Strike.
There's nothing, so you better keep on puffing.
Everybody knows they're round and firm and fully
Yes, sir, fully, yes, sir, fully.
Everybody knows they're free and easy on the
There's
door.
a free and easy, there's a free and easy. Don't you think it's time you're starting out with a carton? If you'll take the time to try one, we're sure you'll buy.
Don, what's the matter?
Well, here, I better wind it up again.
Let's ride on Lucky, made in Kentucky. LSMFT, LSMFT, LSMFT. Yes, sir, Lucky. Pay more, please, pay more. No.
Don, what happened? Oh, what a shame. It broke.
Don, that's the cutest toy I ever saw.
Yeah, it's a shame it broke.
Oh, that's all right. I'll get another one. Well, I've got to run along now. See you kids later.
Bye, Don.
So long, Don. Now, Mary, I don't want to be here all day. I'm going to get that other present for my sister. Let's go over to the perfume counter.
Well, Jack, I've got some other shopping to do, so I'll meet you there later.
All right, Mary. Don't be too long. Yeah, what kind of perfume I ought to get?
Oh, there you are.
What?
Where is she?
Oh, for heaven's sake. Why do you keep asking me about your wife? I told you I don't know what she looks like.
Well, here. I'll show you a picture of her. See?
This? This is your wife?
Yep. Seems silly of me to keep looking for her, don't it?
I don't know. Anyway, miss, she must be in the store someplace, so just keep looking and you'll probably find her.
I hope not. Come on, Rube.
Rube?
Follow me.
Oh. I'd like to get out of here so I can stop running into such silly... Oh, here's the perfume counter. Must be something nice here for my sister. Oh, clerk. Clerk.
What can I do for you,
Are you the salesman here?
Yeah?
You're the salesman here in the perfume department?
Don't take my word for it. Smell me.
I'll take your word for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of perfume would you like to buy?
Well, what kind have you got?
I've got taboo, temptation, shocking, white shoulders, surrender, and you should excuse the expression, my sin.
Wait a minute. I think my sister likes taboo, but I don't know whether to get it for her or not.
Taboo or not taboo, that is the question. I made that up myself.
I know.
Yeah. Everybody says I'm another Milton Boyle.
Well, your face... Your face does look a little like a kinescope. Now, let's see some other perfumes, please.
Okay. We have some very nice imported ones. Evening in Paris.
Uh-huh.
Midnight in Madrid.
Uh-huh.
Here's a domestic one. Morning in the smog.
Oh, are they bottling it now?
Why not? We got enough of it.
Yes.
Oh, there you are, Jack.
Yeah, I thought I'd stop here and get some perfume for Florence. Clerk, what's that?
Oh, this is a very fashionable odor. It's called Eau Jus d'Huile. I'll spray a little on you.
Say, that does smell nice.
Yeah. And it's got penicillin in it to fight off virus X.
That's not a bad idea, you know.
Say, Jack, here's a perfume your sister Florence might like. L'Eau de la Vie Crayon.
L'Eau de la Vie Crayon. What does that mean?
Aroma of freshly sharpened pencil.
Oh, you're no help. Imagine putting a clerk like you behind a perfume counter.
Oh, this ain't my regular job. I just sell perfume during the Christmas rush.
I thought so. What is your regular job?
I'm a goose girl at Hollywood Park.
Oh, come on, Mary. I've had enough of this guy. Hey, what's that?
Well, we've been here all day, and it's closing time.
You mean they're closing the store now?
Yes. Jack, look out!
You're afraid of everybody else! Get out of here! Get out of here! Out, everybody else!
Oh, darn it, there goes my other sleeve. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, care food packages have been improved and increased with more meats and fats that mean health to hungry children and families overseas. 22.5 pounds of life-giving food for $10. Delivery guaranteed. Send your contribution to Nonprofit Care, Los Angeles or New York. That's C-A-R-E, Care, Los Angeles or New York. Jack will be back in just a moment, but first...
When Lucky Strike goes to the tobacco markets, they have you in mind, your deep down enjoyment of smoking. And that's a big reason why they pay more for fine tobacco. Yes, friends, at the tobacco auctions, Lucky Strike pays millions of dollars, more than official parity prices, for fine, light, naturally mild tobacco. You see, in a cigarette, it's the tobacco that counts. And LSMFT, Lucky Strike, means fine tobacco. You'll know this is true with every Lucky you light. For here's smoking at its finest. Smooth, mellow, deeply enjoyable. There's never a rough puff in a Lucky. And like you, the veteran tobacco men choose Lucky Strike for their own personal enjoyment. In fact, a recent survey reveals that more independent tobacco experts, auctioneers, buyers, and warehousemen smoke Lucky Strike regularly than the next two leading brands combined. So take a tip from the experts and smoke that smoke of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike.
And here's a Christmas gift suggestion that every friend will welcome. A specially wrapped Christmas carton of Lucky Strike cigarettes. 10 packs, 200 cigarettes. 200 wonderfully smooth, deeply enjoyable Luckies. Yes, give Lucky Strike Christmas cartons to your friends. And keep a good supply of Luckies on hand to add to your enjoyment of the Christmas season.
Gee, Mary, this Christmas rush is awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, look how crowded this bus is.
Hey, Roo!
Huh?
How are you?
Oh, it's you. I'm fine. You ever find your wife?
Who do you think is driving the bus?
Oh, well, tell Chloe to let me off at the next corner. Ladies and gentlemen, next Sunday, 2 hours before my own show on the same network, the Actors Company will present The Man Who Came to Dinner with Charles Boyer, Mel Ferrar, Henry Fonda, John Garfield, Gene Kelly, Dorothy McGuire, Gregory Peck, Rosalind Russell, and yours truly, Jack Benny. I'm sure you'll enjoy the show. And another thing, ladies and gentlemen, the next time we meet, it will be Christmas Day. So on behalf of my sponsor, my cast, my entire staff, I want to take this opportunity to wish each and every one of you a happy and joyous holiday season.
Be sure to hear Dennis Day and a day in the life of Dennis Day. Stay tuned for the Amos and Andy Show, which follows immediately. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.